At Coletco for tonight's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know with a hi or hello or hola or some form of anything, right, Tanner? Alrighty, let's see who's the first commentor. What is going on? Facebook update slows me down. Alex Roman. Congratulations, Alex. You just won a 3-day golfing trip with Tiger Woods at Augusta National. Congratulations. First comment. You get to stay in the clubhouse for 3 nights. Jack Nicklaus will accompany you one day. Second day, you get Tom Watson. You and Tiger and Tom Watson get to go out and play Augusta. I would say Tiger and Phil, but I don't think they're on good terms right now. That'd be pretty amazing, though. Okay, let's share it in a whole lot of records. Nashville and over here. All right, so we got it shared there now. I promised the people I'd copy the link in a few places, so let me do that. All right, and so right before I went live, I posted this. On sale vintage all night Saturday. We have on sale. We will have on sale vintage, buy it now, best offer crates, half off, and low start auctions. The show will begin at 7:30 Central Time on Coletco. Now, I also posted this right here. Also tonight, 20% off audiophile crate and box sets live on Coletco. Link will be in the comments once we're live, which I just posted that link. Let me make sure I posted the link in the other one. I did. So let me reply to that live now. So I promised 2 things, or about 5 things. One, on sale vintage. Within on sale vintage, we're going to have buy it now, best offer crates, which is going to be pretty recent stuff, which is probably going to be really good titles. We're going to go ahead and do some half off, pretty recent stuff, maybe from a few months ago, but we have so many bins we need to empty out. And then number 3 is I've made some flip crates. Like I've got the first crate we're really going to go through a vintage tonight is going to be $19.99 stuff. I've got a $14.99 crate. I've got a $24.99 crate. And then the other stuff I promised on sale was box sets. And pretty much what I'm going to do is bring over at one point or another tonight, one each of all of our box sets. They're 20% off. That's my best price. At that, I'm probably breaking even on them. If that, and then the audiophile stuff, same way. I've got Analog Productions, MoFi, but right now the audiophile stuff would fill up about 3 crates, and we need to keep it in about a half of a crate. So I'm sure some of y'all would like to see some of the Leonard Skinner Analog Productions and the Doors and some of those amazing audiophile pressings. So let's see here. Okay. Now, Instagram. Let's get it shared from the YouTube link. We're also live on YouTube. Let me turn down my volume. I had Instagram Reels up, or YouTube Shorts. I guess they call them on YouTube, YouTube Shorts. Where's tonight's feed? There it is, Saturday. Share, copy. We're almost ready to start. It's the final countdown. Right now. Almost. We're getting there. Live now. All right, Tanner's already brought the audiophile crate, wherever you want to put it. Okay, let's open up chat. And we're going to go through this crate that's front and center that we got to move out of the way. So the first thing we're going to do is go through it. Let's go through it. We have some new vinyl in here. I don't think I've been through this one thoroughly in quite some time, and it had some new stuff. So let's see what we have in this crate. There is Slipknot. Seems like we show this album every night. Do you still have the new blue Eric Church? I think we sold the last copy last night, Leslie, but I can put you on a waiting list because that's on my reorder list. I have Slipknot, limited edition, Violet double vinyl, volume 3, the Subliminal Verses. Slipknot. If you're into this, it's got some great songs on it. I say this meaning metal. $36.99. Boingo Oingo, red, blue, and purple vinyl, limit to 1,000. Boingo Oingo Alive, $74.99. The Polar Express soundtrack, $28.99. There's the Joan Jett Bad Reputation, which is a compilation, $29.99. Alan Case on Oingo Boingo. I meant to scan that on Discogs earlier. When I saw it last night, still left over, I was like, wow, an Oingo Boingo record, colored vinyl, limit to 1,000. Probably need to grab that. Speaking of colored vinyl, now that's what I call country classics. Yellow and green vinyl, $42.99. That's country dance classics, and that's got a lot of artists that are not available anywhere else on vinyl. Leslie, first on Joan Jett. Leslie gets the Joan Jett. We have Taylor Swift Midnights, and this is the Moonstone Blue edition. Moonstone Blue, Taylor Swift Midnights, $33.99, her most recent album. Depeche Mode Violator, this is the U.S. copy, which means it's only $28.99. It's Oingo Boingo, not Boingo Oingo. Sorry. I knew that, but we also have that one album that's just called Boingo. So the Oingos and the Boingos are getting me mixed up. Depeche Mode Violator, $28.99. I've been listening to some of their stuff. Different, but I can see why people like it. Bush, 16 Stone. Everything Zen. You have to come down. What's the song say? You have to come down from this cloud. I think that's what he says. And a Glycerin. Couple big hits on that. $33.99. Thomas Bowman on Now That's What I Call Country Classics. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. I also have Passion Pit. Gossamer. Passion Pit is $44.99. Oasis, What's the Story? Morning Glory, $38.99 for Oasis. Al Green, Call Me. Now, here's a few things in the last of the crate we hadn't shown in a while. Limited edition Tiger's Eye colored vinyl. Al Green is $36.99. Call Me. Tiger, what's that called? Tiger's Eye colored vinyl. I bet that looks interesting. Blink 182, Buddha. Blink 182 is on blue and red splatter vinyl. Buddha is $31.99. Demu Bargor, we just call them Demu. That's $36.99. Death Cult Armageddon, last copy, $36.99. 2 copies left of Corrosion of Conformity, In the Arms of God. Corrosion of Conformity is $39.99. Buck Cherry, Volume 10. Buck Cherry is $28.99. Link Ray sings and plays guitar, $33.99. And Marilyn Monroe's Greatest Hits on pink and purple splatter vinyl. She's not nude on this one. $31.99. Marilyn Monroe's Greatest Hits. Now, I don't know what's in on the gatefold. There is a gatefold. You never know on that one, but that's $31.99. Walter Savage. We have Marilyn Monroe, Link Ray, Buck Cherry, Corrosion of Conformity, Demu, Blink 182, Al Green, Oasis, Passion Pit, Bush, Depeche Mode, Taylor Swift, Now That's What I Call Country, Joan Jett, Polar Express, and Slipknot. I wouldn't send anybody, I know Walter, but I wouldn't send a message unless you maybe a duplicated account. That's a common Facebook scam. People clone accounts. What they do is they just copy and save your profile picture, and then they create an account, and it makes it look like somebody you know is trying to message you, and then they want you to send them a $500 Visa card to Russia. So, yeah. Like, what are you doing in Russia? Why do you need $500 for? Okay. First crate. Alan Case wants a Now That's What I Call Country. Alan Case wants a Now That's What I Call Country. Let's do it. That was the last copy. Some good new vinyl in there. That's why I wanted to go back through it again. Alan, that's so do you. First crate of on sale vintage. I think I grabbed the right one. I hope I filtered everything out, because what I was doing is I was putting all kinds of really good records in here, and then I was like, man, some of these, it's going to pain me to sell them for $19.99. I left them in here, and then I've got a stack of stuff that's probably going to be $24.99. So everything in here is $19.99. I mean, the date on the first record is back in March, so that's a pretty recent title. Let's see what we have in here. The Impressions, half off price, $19.99. But everything in here is $19.99. There's some that was $24.99. And then there's some that end up being half off at $19.99. This is the Impressions, ABC Paramount Records. That was originally $39.99. So this crate's very easy. Everything in here is $19.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Four-Way Street. That's $19.99. 2LP Atlantic, very clean copy. That was originally $34.99, just to give you an idea of some of the markdowns. Eric Clapton at His Best. That's a 2LP compilation. Eric Clapton, $19.99. And Isaac Hayes, Hot Buttered Soul. That's a 69 Terre Haute, $19.99. Isaac Hayes, Hot Buttered Soul, $19.99 on Isaac Hayes. We have Face to Face, The Kinks. That's a 1980 Spain pressing. 1980 Spain pressing on pie of The Kinks, Face to Face. That's $19.99. Humble Pie, Eat It. Humble Pie has the booklet with it. 2LP, Humble Pie, Eat It, $19.99. And Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. About a VG Plus cover, very clean and nice vinyl. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, $19.99. George Buchanan was first to Isaac Hayes. He put I for Isaac. Colin Butler was second. Everything in here is $19.99. The best of Wilson Pickett in shrink wrap. What the heck? $19.99. Very nice copy. In shrink wrap, The Best of Wilson Pickett. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Live Bullet, 2LP. Also a very nice copy. $19.99 for Bob Seger. We have Ken Helpland, first on Jimi Hendrix. That's sold to Ken. Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace. This is a 180 gram. This is a 180 gram remaster or reissue of this album. That is $19.99. Tracy Other, first on Bob Seger, Live Bullet. Colin Butler on Aretha Franklin. The Buck Cherry we have is, I think, a new album. It's called Buck Cherry 10. Buck Cherry 10, I believe. It's called Buck Cherry 10, Volume 10, $28.99. Buck Cherry Volume 10, $28.99. Fleetwood Mac, Bare Trees, $19.99. James Brown, Today Disco Soul, Dance, 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 $19.99. James Brown. Van Morrison, Beautiful Vision, in shrink wrap, EX condition, $19.99. Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry, no condition notes, about a VG Plus cover, original inner sleeve, $19.99. Van Morrison is sold to Mel Webster. The Band, Cahoots, $19.99. No condition notes, very clean vinyl, that's $19.99. Live Cream, very nice copy of this, has an Atco inner sleeve, very clean vinyl, yellow Atco label, Live Cream, $19.99. The Band, Islands, in shrink wrap, $19.99. Steve Miller Band, Anthology, looks like a VG cover, 2LP, no condition notes on it, $19.99. Steve Miller Band. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, the Bob Dylan soundtrack, no condition notes, very clean copy, $19.99. Michael Hickson, first of the Steve Miller Band Anthology. These are all $19.99. Lou Reed, I Can't Stand, is a 1979 German pressing, $19.99. Lou Reed, I Can't Stand, 79 German pressing. ZZ Top Fandango, no condition notes on this one either. Very clean record, $19.99. And Men Without Hats, Folk of the 80s, Part 3, that's also $19.99. Lou Hitzer, first on it's Mel Webster, first on Lou Reed. And we have Lou Reed, The Bells, $19.99. Nick Bargeron, first on ZZ Top. Darren Meyer was second. Michael Herrera was third. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Heart, $19.99. Lou Reed, Growing Up in Public, $19.99. 3 more Lou Reeds there. Make that 4. New Sensations, also $19.99. 4 Lou Reeds there. Mel Webster, let me know which one you want. There's New Sensations, Growing Up in Public, Rock and Roll Heart, and The Bells, all $19.99. Neil Young, American Stars and Bars, in shrink wrap with hop sticker, $19.99. Mel Webster wants Rock and Roll Heart. That's sold to Mel Webster as well, $19.99. Another copy of Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry. This is another very nice copy, original inner sleeve, $19.99 on that. Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry. We have Warren Zevon, recorded live at the Roxy, Stand in the Fire, EX condition, $19.99. George Buchanan wants Lou Reed, New Sensations, and John Young wants the Neil Young. Everything in here is $19.99. Jack Bruce at his best. That one's $19.99. We had Eric Clapton at his best. There's Jack Bruce at his best. Blue Oyster Cult's Agents of Fortune. We had a copy of this in New Arrivals last night. This one's $19.99. Agents of Fortune. Mr. Welcome to the Real World. That's just $19.99. The Yardbirds. This is a 71 white label promo unofficial. Live Yardbirds, $19.99. 71 white label promo unofficial. Kevin Willis, first to Mr. That is right here. That's sold to Kevin Willis. Ron Phillips wants BOC. Cameron Martin was second. And Jeffrey is first to the Yardbirds. These are all $19.99. Boston, Don't Look Back. That's $19.99. Derek, you were second on the Yardbirds. Eric Clapton's Greatest Hits. This is now $19.99. And this is a German, UK, French, Italy, Holland press. $19.99. Marty Ellis, you were third on BOC. David Williams was first on Boston, though. Steve Miller Band, Children of the Future, and Living in the USA. That's a 2-in-1 pack. $19.99. About a VG cover. No condition notes on the vinyl. Slow Train Coming, Bob Dylan. Also near mint. VG Plus cover. $19.99 on Bob Dylan. We have U2 Live Under a Blood Red Sky. It does have some sticker mark there. Vinyls EX, $19.99. Ron Christensen, first on Eric Clapton. Ron, have you bought from us before? I don't think I've said your name too many times. You get the Eric Clapton, and Jimmy Ball, you get the Bob Dylan. That's so to Jimmy Ball. We have Journey Through the Past soundtrack, a film by Neil Young. That's now $19.99. George Buchanan, first to U2. And we have David Bowie Tonight. David Bowie Tonight is $19.99. Original inner sleeve. Very nice copy. And Stone Temple Pilots Core, 180-gram black vinyl. That's now $19.99. It is an open copy, near mint, core, plush, Wicked Garden, Creep. All those great songs are on there. Not online, but in store. Okay, what I'll need you to do is please make sure you message our page. Let us know if you're going to pick up in the store. If so, anything purchased all week is always available either Monday, always Monday, but make sure you get an invoice from us first. And I need you to message with your email address and your mailing address so we can create an online profile for you. We'll let you know when you can come pick up in the store, and that's on Mondays whenever you get an invoice. Chris Gardner first to the David Bowie, and Bill Walton got STP. Dave Plunkett was second, Chris Gardner third, Derek Parrish fourth, Joseph Felicetti sixth, and Nick Bargeron seventh. So tonight we've got all kinds of vintage. I've only got 2 or 3 flip crates actually made. This is a $19.99 crate. I've got a $14.99 crate, a few $24.99 records, and then we're going to do a lot of half off. Lots of half off. I'll be walking to the back and filling up crates, and it's pretty good stuff, really good stuff actually. I've also got box sets 20% off, and I've got audiophile vinyl 20% off. And I think it's time we go ahead and start running some auctions. I've got Japanese stuff, and what I don't get to with Japanese, I will put up some dollar start. I think I did say I do some dollar start auctions as well, so let me put up a couple things we got in here. I'm going to put up a Huey Lewis and the News 4, and I'm going to put up an Earth, Wind, and Fire. These are both Japanese pressings. I'll do that in 1 second. Let me go ahead and do this crate again for $19.90. Everything in here is just $19.99. Most of it half off or better. We have The Impressions. This album contains the hit song, It's All Right, The Impressions, $19.99, ABC Paramount. Somebody needs to grab this. It's a very clean copy of Four-Way Street, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young live. That's $19.99. Eric Clapton at His Best. That's $19.99. Everything in here is $19.99. Here's a tough-to-get Kinks record. It is a later repressing from Spain, but Face to Face is something we don't get too often. That's $19.99. Darren Davis gets the Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Humble Pie, Eat It. That's got the booklet with it. That's now just $19.99. If I don't say the condition, then everything is EX plus to near mint minus. Kevin was second on Four-Way Street. The Best of Wilson Pickett in shrink wrap in the Midnight Hour. That's an earlier Atlantic label too, just $19.99. Fleetwood Mac Bare Trees, very clean copy of that, $19.99. We have Mel Webster first on The Kinks. That's sold to Mel Webster. Everything in here is $19.99. James Brown, Sex Machine, Today Disco Soul. That's 180 gram. That's $19.99. We have Eric Clapton, No Reasons to Cry. I think we've got 2 copies of this. Eric Clapton is $19.99, No Reason to Cry. The band Cahoots is $19.99. And Live Cream is $19.99. Very clean copy. Several band and Cream albums still in here. There's another one, The Band Islands. That's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Bob Dylan soundtrack, Pat Garrett, Billy the Kid. That's $19.99. Men at Work, also $19.99. And a couple Lou Reed albums left. This is The Bells, and this is Growing Up in Public. This is Warren Zevon, Stand in the Fire. Jack Bruce, At His Best. Steve Miller Band, Children of the Future. And Journey Through the Past, a film by Neil Young. Those are all $19.99. Final call. Final call. Neil Young, Steve Miller, Jack Bruce, Warren Zevon, Lou Reed, Men Without Hats, Bob Dylan, The Band, Cream, The Band, Eric Clapton, James Brown, Fleetwood Mac, so did Darren Davis, and a beautiful Near Mint, Best of Wilson Pickett, OG and Shrink Wrap, $19.99. Humble Pie, Eric Clapton, and The Impressions. Okay, so I'm going to set those right over here. I have a feeling somebody might change their mind about something soon. Jeff McMaster wants the Wilson Pickett. Let me grab, what was I coming over here to get? Did I leave a crate in the back? Where's the $14.99 crate? Did I leave something? Okay, so Jeff McMaster got Wilson Pickett. George Buchanan was second. And Lance Dowdy wants both of the Band albums. Okay, so the Band and the Band are both sold. The Band and the Band both sold to Lance Dowdy. Let me go figure out what I did with my other $14.99 crate. I guess I left it in the back right quick. Let me go do that right quick. I pulled, or is this these? It's not these, is it? No, that's some of the more expensive stuff. Okay, I must have left it back there. Let me go get that right quick. Oh, or is it right here? Nope, yep. What is this? Hold on a second. What do we got here? Is this a 14? I don't know what I've done. Oh, no, that's a half-off crate. All right, we'll go ahead and do this half-off crate because it's right here next to me. I'll go ahead and show this. Everything in here is going to be half off. We'll go ahead and do that. I had a $14.99 crate, but yeah. So, I hope this is it. Sure, looks like it. All right, so everything in here is going to be 50% off. Should be some really good titles in here. Lance, I got you down for both Band albums. And let's see here. Fleetwood Mac, Wilson Pickett. Okay, I think we're good to go now. Everything in here is half off. First, let's do our first two Japanese auctions. This is Huey Lewis and the News 4. This is a $35 start. Huey Lewis and the News 4. This is Near Mint and Pristine Japanese vinyl. We have a 2-page Japanese flip, and we have a Near Mint cover with Obi, and this is a $35 start. $35 start. Huey Lewis and the News 4. $35 start on that. And we have Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is All in All. This is also Near Mint and Pristine Japanese vinyl. Very clean. Has the original CBS inner sleeve with that one. Gatefold cover, a little bit of a wrinkle there on the Obi and a tear, as you can see. So about a VG Plus cover, and the Obi has a tear in it. That's also a $35 start. Everything in here is half off, and there's some really good titles as well. The Best of Loggins and Messina, $5. $5. I'm going to be telling you the half off price. I will also let you know if it's a check condition record. If you don't hear me say condition notes, then it's EX plus to Near Mint minus. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy, $10. We have Baloo Conducts Zappa. Not for sure if those E's or Z's or U's or L's are pronounced, but that is $20 after the half off. We have Todd Rundgren, A Wizard, A True Star. That's $10 for Todd Rundgren. $10. Hank Williams, In the Beginning. Hank Williams is $10. In the Beginning. MGM, $10 on that. Kenny and the Casuals, No Exit. That is sealed. Power Pop, $10 after the half off. Kenny and the Casuals. Linda Ronstadt, Lush Life. $5 on Linda Ronstadt. And another Linda Ronstadt that's $5. That's What's New. Linda and Linda. The Pretenders Extended Play. The Pretenders is $10. The Pretenders EP, $10 on that. The Great Fatsby, Leslie West, $10 on The Great Fatsby. Stevie Wonder, Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants, $17.50. $17.50. Stevie Wonder, Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants. Diana Ross is $5. And Frank Sinatra, LA Is My Lady. That's $7.50. Wes Bruce and Lang, Why Don't Ya? $10. Wes Bruce and Lang on the Windfall label. Very clean. $10 on that. Looking for $35 starts on these auctions. Going once, going twice on those. Todd Rundgren, A Cappella. That's $10 after the half off in shrink wrap. Todd Rundgren, looks like it's unplayed virtually. Sinatra Swingin' Session. Sinatra is $7.50. The King of Comedy soundtrack. Hype sticker, gold stamp promo, $10 on the King of Comedy. Santana Z-Bop is $10. Santana Z-Bop and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I kept these together. Works Volume 1 and Works Volume 2. If anybody wants both of those, $20 for both of those. Works Volume 1 and Works Volume 2. That is called Diana Ross, self-titled. That is a self-titled album. Diana Ross, Grant Peltzer. Whose Garden Was This is $6.50. Brad Faust wants Emerson, Lake and Palmer 1 and 2. That was $20 for both of those, Tanner. MLP 1 and 2. That's sold to Brad Faust. Alan Parsons Project, Vulture Culture. That is $10. Alan Parsons Project, Vulture Culture, and Tommy Bolin Teaser is $10. Tommy Bolin Teaser, $10 on that. We have Elton John, the Tom Ball Sessions, only $10. What the heck? Neil Young and the Shocking Pinks, that's $12.50. Steve Miller Band, Living in the 20th Century, $10. Lance Dowdy, first on Alan Parsons Project. That's sold to Lance Dowdy. Neil Young, Landing on Water, Club Pressing, $12.50. Mel Webster's first to Neil Young. He's going to let us know if he wants Shocking Pinks, which is called Everybody's Rockin', or Landing on Water. Robin Gibb, How Old Are You? $7.50. I think that's the name of the album. Yeah, $7.50. Robin Gibb and Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, American Dream, $17.50 on that. Stray Cats, Built for Speed, $8. EX Condition, and The Who Face Dances is EX, $8. Mel Webster is going to take both of the Neil Youngs, and we've got SC, Stray Cats, sold to Craig Thomas. Sinatra Swingin' Price. Sinatra Swingin' Session is $7.50. We're in the middle of a half-off bin. That's a Purple Capital reissue near mint. Julie Williams, my mother, commented kinfolk, and that's because Brad Faust is a cousin of mine, and he bought the Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Thank you, Brad. I hope you're doing well. I still got to get some of those classical records ready for you. Craig Thomas got the Stray Cats, Ron Duffield second, Amy Beth Hale third, Bob Riger fourth, Nick Bargeron fifth, Jeff Miller wants Sinatra Swingin' Sessions. The Who, I just showed that one. That's also $8. Everything in here is a half off. The Who by numbers, that's a VG copy, $5. Somebody has connected the dots. VG copy, $5. And Dueling Banjos, soundtrack from Deliverance, $10. Original green Warner Brothers label. Dueling Banjos, $10 on that. Marty Ellis wants both Who records. Those are sold and sold to Marty. Argent, Counterpoints. Argent is $10. Chris Gardner first on Deliverance. That's sold to Chris Gardner. Gary third, Ron Duffield fourth. Alan Parsons Project, Ammonia Avenue. That is $10. And Buffalo Springfield, Last Time Around. Last Time Around is $17.50. We also have The Byrds. Gene Clark, Chris Hillman, David Crosby, etc. $12.50. Harry Nilsson. Name of that one's called Nilsson. No condition notes on that. $8. And Planet Waves, Bob Dylan, $17.50. I'm going to show both of these at the same time. War, the music band, and Volume 1 and 2, $12.50 is the half-off price, or $20 for both of them. And I'm pretty sure the first night I showed these, somebody offered like $30 for both of them, and I turned it down. Now I'm selling them for $20. That happens sometimes here. I turned down an offer, and then I ended up selling it for less later. Kelly Cook, first on the Nilsson. That's sold to Kelly Cook. Jimmy Ball takes both Wars, and those are the pair of those for $20 to Jimmy Ball. Ryan Anderson first on Bob Dylan. Neil, you were second on War. Tommy third. Jeff McMaster fourth. And Jackson Brown, Hold Out, VG Plus copy, $5. VG Plus copy, $5. Let me take a drink of water right quick. I'm going to need it tonight, I think. I told Tanner and Jake, I said, I feel like we're about to sell a record number of albums tonight, because we're going to go through a lot very quickly. Graham Parsons is just $25. It's an EX copy. It's a 74 Terre Haute. It's EX, now just $25. That probably shouldn't be in the half-off bin. Grievous Angel, about a VG minus cover. Booker T and the MGs, Soul Limbo, that's EX 1250. The title of the Robin Gibb was How Old Are You? How Old Are You? Robin Gibb. That is $7.50. Benton Bragg, first to the Graham Parsons. We have Fleetwood Mac, Heroes Are Hard to Find. VG Plus, $7.50. Kelly Cook, first to Booker T and the MGs. Danny Johnson and the Bandits, that's $7.50. The Siegel Schwarl Band, $5 on Siegel Schwarl Band. And Music, self-titled, that is produced by Eddie Kramer, $7.50. Romelu, first to the Fleetwood Mac. Ron Duffield, second. Kelly Cook, third. Jeff McIntosh, fourth. Ron Phillips, fifth. The Pure Sounds of Purifies, VG, $5. James Bobby and the Purifies, VG, $5. Whatever's Right, Lonnie Mack, that's a VG plus $10. And Shrink Wrap. Jethro Tull, War Child, that's half off at $10. Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom, $10 on Uriah Heep. Somebody needs to get that. Country Joe and the Fish, Electric Music for the Mind and Body. That's a VG copy for $7.50. Mr. John Cale, British Passport, now just $12.50. Mr. John Cale, British Passport. The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday. That's a 70s reissue, just $12.50. The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday. Jimmy Ball, first on Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom. Jim Hickson was second. Ron Duffield was first. Jeff McMaster, first to John Cale. Also, the Birds are in there. The Lovin' Spoonful, Everything Playing. That's EX, $5. Eric Clapton, VG copy, $7.50. Eric Clapton. Graham Parsons did sell. Amy Beth, yes it did. Van Morrison, Hard Nosed the Highway. That's a VG copy, $7.50. And Stevie Wonder, Talking Book, VG plus $12.50. Nick Bargeron, first on Eric Clapton. That's so to Nick Bargeron. And Neil Brasher is first on Van Morrison. Gary Samuels, you were second on Van Morrison. And the Monty Python Instant Record Collection is $17.50. Monty Python. Van Morrison went to Neil Brasher. Gary Samuels was second. Jeff Miller was third. Randy Scarborough first on JT. And that was... JT was Jethro Tull, I believe. War Child. And Jimmy Ball was first to Monty Python. I'm going to read through those again. Everything in there is half off. Let's make these Japanese auctions a buy it now. $35 buy it now for Huey Lewis and the News 4. And we have Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's a $35 buy it now. I think more so than Japanese stuff tonight, what I've done is I've went through and pulled out when I was making these bins. I've pulled out some stuff here that's like $50 and up that I'm going to put up for auction. And we're going to do low starts and we're going to see where it ends up. Low starts compared to what we originally had them stickered for. Like Iggy Pop, I'll show this one first. Actually, let me go ahead and tag these. Leslie was second on Monty Python. Brian C. was first on the Country Joe. Craig Rutherford wants Stevie Wonder. And Matthew Christ, you were second to that. This is Iggy Pop Live. It has 2 hype stickers on it. This is a 1978 original U.S. press. $20 start. Has the original inner sleeve. Iggy Pop Live, 1977. It's called TVI. TVI, that's a $20 start. And we have Whitney Houston, self-titled record. That's also a $20 start. No condition notes on this one. About a VG Plus cover. Very clean near mint vinyl. That's also a $20 start. So there's 2 records technically. Where's Brandon Sanders at? We're going to be auctioning off stuff out of the high-end bins tonight. So we do that a lot of times. We take stuff out of the high-end bins and we put it up for auction and see where it ends up. CSNY and Birds prices. Okay, I may have to get those. I can show you this one first. The Birds Younger Than Yesterday is it's $12.50, Neil. And then the Crosby, Stills, and Nash. The other Birds is $12.50. And the other one was, let me just get to that one right quick. Let me just go through the crate one more time very quickly. Everything in here is half off. Brandon's overseas. He was watching last night complaining because we don't sell enough high-end records. The Best of Loggins and Messina, $5 on the Best of Loggins and Messina. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy, that's just $10. We have I think Brad says Boulay. Boulay Conduct Zappa. That's only $20 after the half off. Todd Rundgren, $10. I'll let you know if anything's a condition, check condition. Hank Williams In the Beginning, $10. Kenny and the Casuals was sealed, $10. Linda Ronstadt Lush Life and Linda Ronstadt What's New. Those are both $5 and $5. The Pretenders Extended Play was $10. Leslie West, The Great Fatsby, $10. Stevie Wonder is $17.50. Dinah Ross, $5. Frank Zappa, L.A. is My Lady, $7.50. Wes Bruce and Lang is $10. And Todd Rundgren, Acapella in Shrink Wrap, near mint, $10. Gary Samuels wants both Linda Ronstadts. Final call on Iggy Pop. Chris Gardner has that for $25. And final call if you want Whitney Houston. Whitney is no bid right now, looking for a $20 start. We have The King of Comedy is $10. That's a gold stamp promo. The King of Comedy. We have Santana Z-Bop, $10 on that. Grant Peltzer wants the Diana Ross self-titled. And Todd Rundgren to Jimmy Ball. And I think, Jimmy, there's two Todd Rundgrens in here. There's Wizard and there is the Acapella. Let me know which two of those you want. All right, so we had, I'll show the Huey Lewis in 1 second, Rami Lou. Chris bid 25 on Iggy, and he said, well, actually, I'll bid 21 if no one else is bidding. And now Preston Rose is at 22. So he retracted 25, bid 21, and now Preston's at 22. So, Chris, you might as well go ahead and bid 25 again. Jimmy Ball wants both Todd Rundgrens. And we have Jim Gray was next on L&M. L&M was Loggins of Messina. That's sold to Jim Gray. Preston was at 22 on Iggy Pop. Josie Wells first to Santana. Chad was second. Cuda Bryan's at 20 on Whitney Houston. And Iggy Pop's at 23. John Denver, whose garden was this? $6.50. We also got another bid on Whitney for $20. Andy Lewis wants the King of Comedy soundtrack. Josie Wells wants the John Denver. I need to start this crate over again. I may go ahead and do that. Everything in here is half off. We have Bitten Bragg would like to see the label on the Graham Parsons he claimed earlier. That's something that's already been tagged. Chris Gardner is in on Iggy Pop at 25. Jackson on Whitney Houston at 21. Let me show these one more time. I have a feeling by the time we go through this crate again, it might be empty. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy. I'll show a little bit more about them too. Very nice copy, gatefold. That's $10. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. We have Boulay Conduct Zappa. That's $20. Where's our Zappa fans? Hank Williams in the beginning, $10. Like I've said before, I don't know really what this is, but I don't see it too much. $10 on that. The Pretenders album was extended play. Kenny and the Casuals was sealed. $10. Ron Duffield wants the Boulay Conduct Zappa. Preston's out on Iggy. Chris Gardner has that for 26, and Jack Suxlack has Whitney at 21. Pretenders, extended play, $10 on that. The Great Fatsby, Leslie West, that's $10. Stevie Wonder, Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants, $17.50. Frank Sinatra, L.A. is My Lady with Quincy Jones, $7.50. Take advantage of these prices. These are pretty recent. I mean, these were just put out a month ago. And I think we went back through them already, buy it now, best offer. So now it's take advantage of these great prices. $10. West Bruce and Lang, everything in here has been clean, checked. It's EX Plus near mint minus, unless I say otherwise, and we've put them in new sleeves. If anybody's watching you and you didn't know all that, everything in here has been clean, checked. We've put them in new sleeves, and we guarantee everything, $7 in limited shipping. Romelu wants the Frank Zappa. I've already pulled that. No, he wants, we pulled that. He wants Sinatra, L.A. is My Lady. Frank Sinatra, not Zappa. Big difference there. Sherry Darnell wants the Hank Williams in the beginning. We have Michael Naff going to claim the Pretenders extended play. Whitney Houston's at 24. Jedit, you were second on Frank Sinatra. And Romelu, I've got you down. That Graham Parsons record, they are trying to find it. It already got keyed in and put away. But we'll have that Graham Parsons where you can look at the label. And I think if Benton happens not to want it, then Jeff McMaster does. I think it was a 74 Terre Haute, I think is what I said. Back to the crate. Tommy Bolin teaser, $10. Tommy Bolin teaser. Yeah, and somebody needs to grab that Elton John. We don't get that too often. $10 on the Tom Ball sessions. Graham Parsons' Grievous Angel is on the single tone reprise label. It does have the Steamboat, but that's the single color. And that was a 74 Terre Haute. And Benton, I have you down for that at half off for $25. And I think if you don't want it, Jeff McMaster does. Okay. So final call on Iggy Pop before that gets buried. Chris Gardner is going to end up with that with 26 unless somebody else bids. Iggy Pop Live. I originally had that marked $44.99. It's at $26. Going twice, going 3 times. Let's see. Autumn Betts was first to the Elton John. Jeff second. Leslie third. Jimmy Ball fourth. And Josie, it's already sold. Steve Miller Band, Living in the 20th Century. $10. That's a near mint record. We have Robin Gibb, How Old Are You? $7.50. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, American Dream, $17.50. Argent, Counterpoints, $10. Calvin Ward, first on Steve Miller Band. That's sold to Calvin Ward. Alan Parsons Project, Ammonia Avenue, $10. Also, Final Call on Whitney Houston for $25, the Jack Suslak. Sorry, Jack. Buffalo Springfield, last time around, just $17.50. This should be an original Atco. It has the flip cover. Ken Sorensen wrote his name on the inside. Yellow Atco, very clean, about a VG cover because of the shelf wear and writing, but not bad for Buffalo Springfield. I do have Rats left. Rats are $199.99. Jackson Brown Holdout, VG Plus $5 on Jackson Brown Holdout. Danny Johnson and the Bandits is $7.50. The Siegel Schwarl Band, or brand, I guess they're a brand too. They're the band though, $5 on that. CSN and both brands bundle. Well, everything right now is half off, so I'd like to keep them at half off. If they don't sell a sticker when we're through with this crate, maybe, but right now everything's half off. And that's the best price. That is the bundle price. Josie Wells on Jackson Brown. Cuda Bryan's in on Whitney Houston at $28, and Ryan Anderson on Siegel Schwarl. We also have music, self-titled, $7.50. We have the Pure Sounds of the Purifies, James and Bobby. That's a VG copy, $5. Whatever's Right, Lonnie Mack. That's a VG plus, $10. Lonnie Mack's in shrink wrap. The Lovin' Spoonful, EX, $5. And we have The Byrds, $12.50. That's a great album from 1973. And The Byrds, Younger Than Yesterday. Younger Than Yesterday. That is $12.50. Let's put Dustin Chandler down for a Rat box set, $199.99. Now, we have box sets on sale except for the Rat. I want to make that clear. Box sets are on sale tonight, 20% off. Here in just a moment, I'm going to start bringing some over here, telling you the on sale price. Some of these I've never discounted, and some at 20% off will probably be at dealer cost or below. So take advantage of that when I start showing those. And we'll do the audiophile stuff in just a second. So Neil, these I have to have $12.50 for. Okay, so I have to have $12.50 for those. There's one Crosby, Stills, and Nash that I definitely can come down some more on. I'll make that one $12.50 as well instead of $17.50. So Neil, I'll do $12.50, $12.50, and $12.50 if you're buying all three of those. And I can discount. I think I've got one of these coming up in a $14.99 crate. So that's why I'll do $12.50 on that, and I have to have half off on those two. So Neil, let me know if you're okay with that. Dustin, Tanner's going to get your box set. That's $199.99. If anybody else wants one, let me know. He's going to get one right now. Iggy Pop is sold to Chris Gardner. Chris, they ended up with you. Congratulations. I consider that a great price for a near mint Iggy Pop. That's $26. And Jack, let me know if you're in or out on Whitney Houston because Cuda Bryan is at $28. I need to know if you're in or out on that. Final call. That was a great first crate of half off. I feel like I need to go through the $19.99 stuff one more time before I change crates because it's really good. But we have plenty more to get to. Lovin' Spoonful, Lonnie Mack, the Pure Sounds of Purify, James and Bobby, Music, Danny Johnson, Buffalo Springfield, Alan Parsons, Argent, Robin Ginn, Tommy Bolin, Wes Bruce and Lang, Stevie Wonder, Leslie West, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Let's do a two-piece bundle on the Leslie West records, 10 and 10. Let's make them $15 for both of them. $15 on both of those. $15 on both of those. That's for Wes Bruce and Lang and Leslie West. I'll discount those one more time. And I'll discount Buffalo one more time. Buffalo Springfield. I'll do 15 on that instead of $17.50. And I think that's that's about all I can do on that crate. Everything else is about, oh, here we go. Stevie Wonder. I'll do 15 on that instead of $17.50. Everything else is about as cheap as it can get. And let's see here. There was something else. Alan Parsons. How much was that? 10? Yeah. I'll do 8 on Alan Parsons. That's about my best prices on everything in there. Give Amy Beth Hill the Buffalo Springfield for 15. And like I said, 15 for both of the Wesley West. That's also Jack Bruce, Stevie Wonder, and on that. He's out on Whitney Houston. Let's go ahead and sell that to Cuda Bryan 83 for $28. And it's time for a new crate. And let's go through the I do want to do that. Let's go through the 1999 stuff one more time, just because I think we got a lot more people on. And this is some of the stuff that I expect this crate to be just about empty when I got through with it. So everything in here is $19.99. That's the best price. The Impressions, $19.99. Eric Clapton at his best, $19.99. Humble Pie Eat It with the booklet is $19.99. James Brown, that's 180 gram. Disco Today Soul, Dance Dance Dance, $19.99. Eric Clapton, 2 copies, No Reason to Cry. There shouldn't be any reason to discount it. $19.99. That has my favorite Clapton song, arguably. I have to argue with myself about it. Hello, Old Friend. Those are very nice copies. Live Cream, just $19.99. Bob Dylan, $19.99. Men Without Hats. Couple Lou Reed albums still left. The Bells and Growing Up in Public. Warren Zevon, Stand in the Fire, live. Jack Bruce at his best. Steve Miller Band, that's 2 full albums in one. Children of the Future and Living in the USA. And the Neil Young soundtrack, $19.99. Those are all $19.99. I'm going to condense that with this so I know what I've been through. And it's time for a couple new auctions after I take a drink of water. Actually, I'll go ahead and put up some auctions. I'm going to do these for $20 starts. $20 starts. This is a VG copy of Love Out Here. Love Out Here. $20 start. VG. This is something that would be in the high-end bin. It's a VG copy of Love Out Here on Blue Thumb. Does have the sticker on the front. Also about a VG, actually a VG Plus cover. Does have a punch hole in it. That's a $20 start. And I was looking at the vinyl. It's a very nice looking VG. I mean, it does have a couple marks here and there, but yeah, let's call that a VG. Love Out Here, $20 start. And a Birds, this one's not as easy to get. This is a Terre Haute press from the 70s. And this is a $20 start. VG Plus on this one. Sweetheart of the Rodeo. Those are both $20 starts. The Birds and the Birds. Andy Wade wants Warren Zevon and Men Without Hats from the 1999 batch. Warren Zevon and Men Without Hats. Those are being pulled right now for you, $19.99 each. All right, those are $20 starts. And let me take a drink of water. Let me go find that $14.99 crate. And while I'm back there, I'll go ahead and take this. For some reason, I can't find it. I will get some half-off stuff. I found it. I also found some Grateful Dead and some Frank Zappa and all kinds of stuff. Right, Tanner? Tanner looks like he's in a serious mood tonight. You being serious, Tanner? Tanner says he's being serious tonight. Yeah, I've pulled out, let's see here. Zappa, Fleetwood Mac's first album, Gypsy, more Buffalo Springfield, early Bob Seger, or earlier Bob Seger, Van Halen, and Grateful Dead. I think I have found the $14.99 crate. I have. Everything in here is $14.99. Everything in here is $14.99. Neil is at 20 on the Birds. And that's going once, going twice. No bid on Love. Going once, going twice. Everything in here is $14.99. $14.99. Chick Corea and Return to Forever, Light as a Feather, $14.99. Everything in here is $14.99. I've got 3 nice Alvin Lee and 10 Years After records, $14.99. We have Shh, Cricklewood Green, and I guess technically self-titled. $14.99 on all 3 of those, each. Clouds, Joni Mitchell. There's the back cover. Take a good look at it. $14.99, Clouds. We have Walt Disney Presents the Story of Robin Hood, $14.99. Michael Jackson, Music and Me is $14.99. Has some writing on the cover. Michael Jackson, though, is $14.99. ELO Time. ELO's $14.99. Josie Wells first on MJ. Everything in here is $14.99. Richard Marx, in shrink wrap, self-titled, $14.99. The Very Best of Hank Williams, $14.99. Volume 2, Very Best of Hank Williams, Volume 2, $14.99. George Harrison, Living in the Material World, $19.99. George Harrison, Living in the Material World. That's a cool limousine there on the label. Jeff McMaster gets George Harrison. Can you show the back of Joni Mitchell, but can you keep it still this time? Let's see. There you go. There's a quick look one more time. Just joking. Let's see if this is the rare. Also, Mike Morris has his name on the back. Let's see if this is the $10,000 copy of Joni Mitchell that John, he's always looking for that $100,000 million copy. All right, Ian wants Living. What is, hold on a second. We had, is that something already claimed? Let's see here. We have Chick Corea, which Kevin Boyer wants. Everything in here is $14.99, by the way. We have 10 Years After, 10 Years After, and 10 Years After. Walt Disney, Robin Hood, ELO, Living in the Material World. Ivan, not Ian. Ivan, that's already been claimed. Let's go ahead and sell the birds. A deal, 2. I was thinking about putting this in the $19.99 bin anyway. That's sold to Neil Brashear for $20. If anybody wants Love, Andy, your bid just came in. Man, that just came in. I've already said sold. Sorry about that. And if anybody wants Love, that would be half off at a $20 buy it now. Love Out Here. That was a VG copy for $20. Dan Triaga wants RM, Richard Marx. That's sold to Dan Triaga. So the birds was $20. Everything coming out of this crate is $14.99. $14.99, anything in this crate. Alan Parsons Project, Robot, Near Mint, $14.99 for APP. Supertramp, Brother, Where You Bound, $14.99 on Supertramp. Almond Brothers, Win, Lose, or Draw, that's EX Condition. ABB, the Almond Brothers, $14.99. The Best of Buddy Holly, that's VG Plus, $14.99. Coral, 2-record set, VG Plus, $14.99. Best of Buddy Holly. George Harrison, self-titled. That's now $14.99. Another George Harrison album. Ella Fitzgerald sings the Rodgers and Hart songbook. That's $14.99. Ron Phillips on The Best of Buddy Holly. That's sold to Ron Phillips. Ivan was second. Scotty was third. Kevin Boyer, first to the Almond Brothers. Ivan is first to the George Harrison. And Benton Bragg, you were second on the Almond Brothers. Eurythmics, V 1984. Or I think it's technically, 1984 for The Love of Big Brother. That's $14.99. We have Traffic, John Barleycorn Must Die. Original U.S. label, EX Condition, $14.99. Steve Winwood and Traffic. Jeff McMaster, first to the Eurythmics. We have Huey Lewis and the News, self-titled, EX Condition, $14.99. Crosby, Stills and Nash, CSN, $14.99. Kansas, Monolith, Gold Stamp Promo, $14.99. Very nice copy. Gold Stamp Promo Gatefold. Bob Dylan, New Morning. VG Plus Condition, $14.99. And Jethro Tull Heavy Horses is $14.99. $14.99. Bob, did you make an offer? Oh, I didn't even see that, Bob. 12 on those. Yeah, let me go ahead and sell those to Bob Reiger. $12 for both of these. Sorry, Bob. I guess I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that the first, second, or I almost didn't see it the third time. Bob Reiger, sorry about that. Edward Star Wars on HL, that's the Huey Lewis. It's $14.99. Sorry, I'm in fast-paced mode tonight, probably faster than I have been all week, so I may miss comments. If it's a lengthy-looking question, I may just skip over it. My eyes are kind of searching the feed for stuff that says like HL for Huey Lewis. We have Neil Young, Everybody's Rockin', $14.99. Neil Young, $14.99. The Who, Sellout. This is a VG Plus condition, just $14.99. Original Decca label, $14.99. Edward Star Wars is first on Kansas. That is first to Kansas. Bob Reiger said word. That means he understands what I'm talking about. ELO, that's called Time. No condition notes, near mint, and really nice cover. That's only $14.99, Rob Schindel. I have a feeling you'll want that. John Young is first on The Who. Andy Wade's first to Neil Young. Kevin second on The Who. Scotty Hopps third. And Rob Schindel wants the Electric Light Orchestra. Van Morrison, then Inarticulate Speech of the Heart. That's a lot of syllables. VG Plus, $14.99. Elton John, Here and There. That's a live Elton John, $14.99. Elton John, The Fox, back-to-back Elton Johns, $14.99. And another Supertramp, Brother, Where You Bound. I think there's 2 of those in here now. Is there 2 of those in there now? Yeah, we got 2 Supertramps, Brother, Where You Bound. Sherry Darnell, first on Van Morrison. We have Darren Meyer on Traffic. Darren Meyer on Traffic. That was John Barleycorn Must Die. Leslie, you're first to Elton John. Let me know if you want Here and There or The Fox. Andy was second. We'll see which one she wants. Jeff Miller, you were second on Van Morrison. Andy Wade says he'll take both Elton John, so he'll take either one Leslie doesn't want. And Kuda Bryan is third on Elton John. The 3 10 Years After albums I have that are all $14.99 each or 10 Years After, Alvin Lee and Company. We have Shh. It's always hard to say because you literally have to go Shh to say it. Or I could say SSSSH. And Cricklewood Green. That's the only 3 I have right now in this crate. Let's see here. Leslie says she'll take both Elton John. That is sold to Leslie. All right. Did I miss anything else? You did see a claim on Shh, but he put it back. The Best of B.B. King, $14.99. This was originally $19.99. I can't believe it didn't sell the first time. I think it will definitely sell now. Toto, Turn Back. That's a gold stamp promo. Has a radio station stamp on the back. $14.99. Neil, first to B.B. King. Ryan was second. Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery, $14.99. And we have Paul Simon in shrink wrap, $14.99. His self-titled album, original inner sleeve, $14.99. So Neil got B.B. King. Ryan was second. Kevin Boyer wants the 10 Years After Cricklewood Green. That's sold to 10 Years After. Or excuse me, that's sold to Kevin Boyer. Nick was third on B.B. King. John Young first to Paul Simon. Leslie was second. Derek, I'd like to have $20 on Love. I had that marked $39.99. And I have a feeling if I don't get that tonight, I might could post that on Discogs. But I'm willing to work with you if you want something else, which I think you do. I'll also take the music self-titled from the last half off bin. I can definitely do that. But I need $20 on Love. 1, we don't get a lot of Love albums. And 2, that's a nice looking VG. I think we could probably, I think $20 is kind of like the blowout price on that. Music is sold to Derek though. But if you want Love for $20, let me know, because if not, Cranberry Sauce wants it. I hadn't said that name in a while. Cranberry Sauce. Just want to see if the prefix for Paul Simon is PC or FC. Can I see the Paul Simon we just tagged? And it's time for this here. Let's see here. Paul Simon. See if the prefix, I guess that's on. Let's see, what are y'all talking about on this? That's Derek Paris's at half off, and he also wants the Love album. Cranberry, Derek had dibs on the Love album. He is going to take it for $20. This is KC30750. Just want to see if the prefix for the Paul Simon is PF or FC. That is KC30750. I was looking for FC or KC. This is KC, unless I'm missing something here. Matrix is PBL307. It's KC. Okay. All right. These are $14.99. Here's what's left in there. Let me grab a couple new auctions. Like I said, I've pulled out some nice stuff here. All right, I've got Fleetwood Mac. I'm going to start this at half off. I'm going to start an auction at half off what we originally had it stickered for. This is Fleetwood Mac's self-titled debut. It's going to go home, hopefully, with somebody tonight. Yellow Epic label, Fleetwood Mac self-titled. EX condition on the vinyl. It's not bad whatsoever. About a VG cover. It does have some shelf wear on the bottom, a little bit on the spine. It does have some corner rub. No splits, though. And that's a $50 start, Fleetwood Mac, Yellow Epic label, Fleetwood Mac self-titled. And this is their first bluesy Fleetwood Mac type album, as I've said before. That's a $50 start. And then I've got a ZZ Top copy of Eliminator in shrink wrap for a $20 start. Fleetwood Mac Eliminator, near mint in shrink wrap, $20 start on that. That's up for bid. Okay, here's what's left in the $14.99 crate. Walt Disney Presents The Story of Robin Hood, $14.99. The Very Best of Hank Williams, $14.99, Volume 2. Clouds, Joni Mitchell, $14.99. The Alan Parsons Project, I, Robot, $14.99. Supertramp, Brother, Where You Bound, 1 copy, 2 copy, both $14.99. Ella Fitzgerald Sings the Rodgers and Hart Songbook, $14.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, CSN, $14.99. Bob Dylan, New Morning, VG+, $14.99. Jethro Tull, Heavy Horses, $14.99. 10 years after, we have Shh and Alvin Lee and Company, $14.99 each, or $25 for both. I'll do $25 for the last two. Kevin Boyer wants the iRobot. That was $14.99. We have Toto Turn Back, $14.99. And Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery, $14.99. That's what we have left in that bin. Now, I think somewhere over here I have some $24.99 stuff. Let me try to find that. I think it's mixed in with this, isn't it? What did I do with that? It may still be in the back. I think it is. Okay. And Ian wants Ella Fitzgerald. Okay, let me go to the back and fill up another half-off crate. That's sold to Ian. Or should we go ahead and do some audiophile stuff at 20% off? I'll need my calculator handy. Let me go ahead and do that since it's up here. And Paul Brothers is in on ZZ Top. I've got Fleetwood Mac and ZZ Top. Amy Beth don't know what to bid on first. She chose Fleetwood Mac. Okay, there's the $24.99 stuff. Let me go ahead and show some of that. It was mixed in over here. Yeah. I think this is all $24.99. Yeah, this is some great $24.99 stuff too. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm just going to show these. Changes. 2. David Bowie. These are all $24.99. No condition notes on that. Changes 2. David Bowie. $24.99. Tales from Topographic Oceans. Yes. $24.99. John Prine. The Best of John Prine. Prine. Near Mint. $24.99. Strange Brew. The Very Best of Cream. That's an awesome comp. Near Mint. $24.99. The Ramones. $24.99. This was originally $39.99. It is LP cut from the original Analog Masters. $24.99. And Buffalo Springfield, self-titled, $24.99. Very nice condition on that one. That whole stack, everything in there is $24.99. Let's see what was first. Update on our auctions. We had Fleetwood Mac, 50, 52, 54. We already pulled iRobot. We pulled Ella Fitzgerald. Paul Brothers bid 20 on ZZ Top. Amy Beth Hales at 55 on Fleetwood Mac. Jeff McMaster first to David Bowie Changes. That's $24.99. Ryan's at 22. Ryan Anderson, 22 on ZZ Top. Darren Meyer wants Tales from Topographic Oceans. That's sold to Darren Meyer. These are all $24.99. Jimmy Ball second to Changes. Calvin Ward first to Cream. That's sold to Calvin Ward. Darren Wortman was second. Andy Wade first to John Prine. Edward Star Wars was second. Jimmy Ball first to the Ramones. Mel Webster was second. Paul Brothers is at 25 on ZZ Top. Kevin Boyer first on Buffalo Springfield. Rebecca Barber second on the Ramones. Make that third. Ryan's at 26 on ZZ Top. Paul's at 29. Fleetwood Mac's at 57. I've got 2 more, and the reason I didn't show these is because it was some of the same artists. I got another John Prine, Sweet Revenge. That's an RCA Music Club. It was originally 35. Near Mint, VG Plus cover, and an RSO pressing of Cream Wheels of Fire, a classic. This is only $24.99. Wheels of Fire, Near Mint, RSO label, 2 LP, and John Prine. There's 2 more. Need to grab them. $24.99 deals. All right. And Neil first to Cream. Mel second. Edward first on John Prine. All right, I'll update and show the auctions in one more second. I got to move the audiophile stuff's actually in a file crate, so it's a little bit wider. I got to move another crate to get it up here, and I'll show this. Everything in here 20% off. Let me get my calculator Some of that I can do in my head, but I want to be very accurate. I'll do the price times 0.8, which will give us a 20% off price. Let me grab my calculator. So audiophile stuff. Really good stuff in here. I don't think I've ever done this before, except maybe when we're having like in-store sales or the last time we had a big 20% off sale. Really good stuff in here. 20% off. I'll tell you some prices. Update on our auctions. We have Fleetwood Mac. Amy Beth Hale is out. High bid is 57 with Jimmy Ball. This is a yellow Epic label, Fleetwood Mac self-titled US. Fleetwood Mac's debut. This is how it came in the States with this pink border around it. The UK version was just like the actual image there with the trash cans and the dog. That's at $57 with Jimmy Ball. EX vinyl, about a VG cover. ZZ Top is in shrink wrap. It has the original inner sleeve. It's on the white Warner Brothers label. It is absolutely perfect on the vinyl, and it's in shrink wrap. Also, no cutouts or saw marks. Paul Brothers has that for $29. Paul Brothers has that for $29. So that's our auctions. Everything in here is going to be 20% off. I'll show you what's first. I think it's a laser disc. It is. We got about 200 or 300 laser discs in the back, and I'm about to go to Kentucky and buy another collection. And for some reason, this is the only one that didn't sell that night, and I've had it in the audiophile crate since then. Do not put this on your turntable. It is a laser disc. I'll do it 20% off though, which would make it $8. That's Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. That's $8 if anybody wants it. 20% off price. Now, Elvis Blue Hawaii. There's a lot in here that's $59.99, and at $59.99, the on-sale price is $47.99. That's Elvis Blue Hawaii MoFi pressing, 2LP, 45 RPM. That's $47.99. We have another Elvis. Elvis is back. This is $69.99. 2LP Analog Productions. That is $55.99. $55.99 for Elvis is back. 2LP 45 RPM Analog Productions. And surely somebody needs a copy of this. Randy Travis, now on sale, new and sealed. That is now just $39.99. New Randy Travis, which none of his stuff is in print, and at $39.99 for MoFi, it's not bad. It's a very nice gatefold pressing too. Randy Travis, Storms of Life, $39.99. Let's see. Ryan Anderson wants a Elvis is back. Ryan, I'm going to give you this one that's completely sealed. And Tanner, that's 20% off, which should have been $57.99. I'll let you double check that though. Ryan Anderson got Elvis is back. Ryan's out on ZZ Top. Final call on both of those auctions. Jimmy Ball wants a Randy Travis, and so does Marty Kramer. And those were for sure $39.99. I've got two. There's two. I got two more left. Steppenwolf Gold. Wow. $49.99. 20% off is $39.99. That was the same price as Randy Travis. My bad. Analog Productions. 100% Analog Masters. Of course, their vinyl quality is superb. That is Steppenwolf's Gold Greatest Hits. That's sold to Marty Kramer as well. I got two copies of Big Brother and the Holden Company Cheap Thrills, $69.99. So these would be $57.99 as well. Let me double check that one more time, get these prices memorized. $55.99. $55.99. Big Brother and the Holden Company Cheap Thrills. These do have, like most MoFi pressings, FYI, most MoFi pressings we get and that I see people order through their website have seam splits. They are the worst about it. I don't know why they don't ship them out of the jacket, but that's the way they are. Big Brother and the Holden Company, 2LP, 45 RPM. Those are $55.99. So, Randy Travis. Marty Kramer got Steppenwolf. I think I've only got one of those. If I find more, then Jimmy Ball gets one and Paul Brothers, but I only got two of those, and Paul Brothers wants a Randy Travis. All right, let's go ahead and end these auctions so I can put up some new ones and continue with the crate. Paul Brothers gets the ZZ Top for $29, and Jimmy Ball gets the Fleetwood Mac for $57. So those are sold and sold. Let me get a couple new auctions started. We've got over here, let's see here. All right, Van Halen 2 and Grateful Dead. Van Halen 2, I'll start for $20. Van Halen 2. About a VG cover, does have shelf wear, noticeable shelf wear, a little bit of ring wear on the front. The vinyl has been cleaned. It is very nice. It's EX Plus, 2 near mint minus, probably closer to EX Plus. Does have the original inner sleeve. I'll do a $15 start on Van Halen. I think I just said 20, but I'll do $15 start on Van Halen. And Grateful Dead, not Fleetwood Mac. Grateful Dead, American Beauty. This is a specialty press. I think it's on a reissue label, which, yeah, it's on the white. Look how nice the vinyl is. It is truly a near mint record. About a VG Plus cover. It's got a little ding here on the seam, but really no ring wear much, minor shelf wear. And that is a $25 start. $25 start on the Grateful Dead. Okay, back to the audiophile stuff. Love Forever Changes. The on sale price is $55.99. $55.99. Love Forever Changes. $55.99. We have Santana. That's Santana 3. On sale, $36.99. MoFi, 20% off. It's $29.59 for new sealed Santana MoFi pressings. Wow. $29.59. Santana 3 is technically what that one's called. And that's $29.59. Edward Star Wars wants one, so does Paul Brothers. So update on our auctions. We got Van Halen at $25, looking for a $25 start on American Beauty as well. Rich Group wants a Santana, and so does Cuda Bryan. That's all I have on those. Those are $29.59. There's a random 45 stuck down in here. Eric Clapton, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Who wants it for $15? It's a Japanese pressing. Eric Clapton, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Near mint and pristine. $15. Walter Savage. Let me mute my... Okay, let's see here. I missed Jimmy Ball for Santana. We had Santana, Edward Star Wars, Jimmy Ball, Rich Group, and Cuda Bryan. We had 4 claims, and I've got all 4 of them pulled. I've got Mr. Jimmy Ball. Heather wants the Eric Clapton for $15. Final call on Van Halen. We're at $25 on Van Halen. Love. The next one, I've got 2 of. I got one up front here, and I got one here. This is Herbie Hancock Headhunters. Herbie Hancock Headhunters, $49.99, 20% off. We've got that at $39.99. $39.99. Single disc, that's a single LP, 33 1/3. Headhunters. Next, more MoFi. I've got, first one is Sisters of Mercy, Floodland. Sisters of Mercy, Floodland. The on sale price is $31.99. $31.99. Sisters of Mercy, Floodland. $31.99. That's a MoFi pressing. Cranberry Sauce wants a Headhunters. That was $39.99. Next was John Stevens on Floodland, and Cranberry Sauce wants one as well. On sale price of that was $31.99. $31.99. The next one is a Sisters of Mercy. Let me skip that. We're going to have an instant seller here. Leonard Skinnard, pronounced Leonard Skinnard, $69.99. This should be $55.99. $55.99. Analog Productions, Leonard Skinnard, $55.99. Wow, $55.99 on that one. That is usually something I'm like, no discount on. Tonight, it's 20% off. Definitely take advantage of that. 45 RPM, 2 LP. All right, we can go ahead and sell Santana to Darren Meyer, or excuse me, Van Halen to Darren Meyer for $25. We did get a bid on Grateful Dead, so let me do a final call. James Bragg has this at just $26. It is a second label. The vinyl's near mint. James Bragg has that for $26, going twice, going 3 times. 2 Leonard Skinnard sold for $55.99. We have one for John Burlingame and one for Cranberry Sauce. Now, I've got another Sisters of Mercy. I've only got two of these. First, Last, and Always. The on-sale price of that is also $31.99. That's the Sisters of Mercy, First, Last, and Always. Sean Fairweather wants one. We have a new bid on the Grateful Dead. Male came in first at $27. Cranberry was second And Chris Gardner also gets one of these. Those are both sold. I've only got 2 of those, $31.99. Now, first and last, Cranberry, you were third on that. I only had 2 of those. I do have the other one still available, Floodland. I've got 4 of those left. Now, only 2 of these, $55.99. The Doors, self-titled Analog Productions, cut from the original Analog Masters, $55.99, 45 RPM. That is some great stuff there. And I'll go ahead and show the last Leonard Skinner. This is also $55.99. Give me back my bullets. Give me back my bullets, $55.99. Now, I do have more. I've got more behind the counter. Like I said, I couldn't fit it all into one crate. That's when I knew I needed to put some of this on sale. Sherry Darnell got a Doors. Lance Dowdy got a Doors. So I only got 2 of those, I believe. That's sold to Sherry Darnell and Lance Dowdy. Toby Grimm, you were third. Ryan Anderson does get a Gimme Back My Bullets. Robert Johnson, you were 4th on the Doors. And Cranberry Sauce gets a Leonard Skinner. Edward, you were 3rd. And Kuda, you were 4th on the Doors, or maybe 5th. And yes, $55.99 was the on-sale price. I'm going to recap that, but let me go get the other new stuff. It's over here kind of just propped up. Let me slide behind you here, Jake. Thank you. Oh, man, I've got another. Yeah, it's a bunch over here. Let's see. A couple of my favorites, too. A couple that I've owned. This is going to fill the crate back up. We're going to do some half-off vintage after this, and I'll start mixing in some box sets too. So, all right. Grateful Dead's at 28. Let me put up a new auction since they're bidding on that. Let's do. Zappa and Mothers, Roxy and Elsewhere. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, Roxy and Elsewhere, on the Discreet label. No condition notes, about a VG or VG Plus cover. Does show some signs of light ring wear. Gatefold 2LP, $20 start on Zappa and Mothers of Invention, Roxy and Elsewhere. And that is well below half off what we have that started at, $20. Okay, more Analog Productions. This is incredible. Sam Cooke, the best of Sam Cooke. On sale price is $55.99. The best of Sam Cooke, $55.99. 2LP, 45 RPM from Analog Productions. It's the best of Sam Cooke. We have Elvis, 24 karat hits. This was $79.99. $79.99. 20% off is $63.99. They have somehow got 100% Analog Masters on a hits compilation, which is incredible. It's great stuff too. Some of it in mono, some of it in stereo. Just $63.99. They say this is one of the best sounding Analog Production records in production. 24 karat hits. Scott Smith wants a Skinner. That's at 20% off. Paul Brothers wants a Sam Cooke. We got one copy of Elvis. Here's one of my favorites. This sounds incredible. Stand Up, Jethro Tull. That's $55.99. 2LP, 45 RPM. That one's pressed at RTI. It is Analog Productions, or it is acoustic, or let's see. That is Analog Productions, but it's not pressed at QRP. It's pressed at RTI. I got that backwards. 63, or that one's $55.99. Jethro Tull Stand Up. It even has the pop-up cover, just like the original. Okay, we're about to sell Grateful Dead for $28, and we're about to sell Frank Zappa for $21. Some great auction deals. Bill Withers at Carnegie Hall. The on-sale price is $55.99. That's fairly new. 2LP, 45 RPM. Bill Withers at Carnegie Hall. And I've got another Sam Cooke. That's called The Night Beat. Night Beat, Mr. Soul, Sam Cooke. That's also $55.99. Analog Productions. Some good, high-quality audiophile records in there. Let me do one recap on this bin. I'll tell you the prices. Everything in here is 20% off. We have a picture disc or a laser disc. The People Under the Stairs, that was $8. Jimmy Ball wants a Sam Cooke's Greatest Hits. That was $55.99. We have Elvis Blue Hawaii. Elvis Blue Hawaii, that's from MoFi. and that was $47.99. $47, 2 LP. We have one copy of Elvis Is Back. That was $55.99. That's Analog Productions. One Randy Travis left, $39.99. Storms of Life. Two Big Brother and the Holding Company, Janis Joplin, $55.99. That's from MoFi. One copy of Love left from MoFi, Forever Changes, $55.99. One copy of Herbie Hancock Headhunters left, Analog Productions, single LP, $33.99. And then the Sisters of Mercy are Floodland. I guess I just have Floodland left, $31.99 on Floodland. And then The Best of Sam Cooke, $55.99. Elvis 24 Karat Hits, that was $79.99, then 20% off. Jethro Tull was $55.99. Somebody needs to get that. This is another great sounding intimate concert. Bill Withers live at Carnegie Hall, $55.99. And Night Beat, Sam Cooke, that's also $55.99. All right, James Bragg, you did get outbid on Grateful Dead for $29. Let me know if you're in or out. And Ryan Anderson is going to steal the Frank Zappa. He has stole that officially at $21. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Okay. Anybody else? I'm about to go get some more half-off stuff. I think I might have a crate up here. If not, I'll go get some out of the back. Those are handy, all nice. So maybe you're thinking about your budget, and you may change your mind and be like, you know what? I'll take that Sam Cooke since I didn't buy as much as I thought in the rest of the show. That is possibly could happen. Don't go anywhere. I need like 30 seconds to go grab a crate right back here in the back so we can continue. And I didn't grab a crate, so is there an empty one handy? Yes. Oh, there's one there, but it's stacked. James Bragg, 30 on Grateful Dead. All right, let's see what I've got back here for us. I'll fill up a good one. All righty. What happened, Tanner? Nothing happened? Wow. Nothing. All right, James Bragg, do you have the Can't Buy a Thrill remaster? Yes, they're $36.99. I've got 3 copies left. And I have Countdown to Ecstasy. Steely Dan is $36.99. All right, Grateful Dead, $30. We've been bidding on this for a half hour now. James Bragg's at $30. Jeff McMaster, let me know if you're in or out. Half off records. We have Bob Dylan, Bringing It All Back Home. I will be telling you the half off price. This is $17.50. They are EX plus to near mint minus unless I say otherwise. Bob Dylan, $17.50. Elvis Costello, King of America, $12.50. Elvis Costello Spike, $15 from 1989. Elvis Costello, Elvis Costello. Donna Summer, Once Upon a Time. Donna Summer is $7.50. And Cat Stevens' Back to Earth is $7.50. Dusty Springfield's Golden Hits, $10 on Dusty Springfield. And The Best of Traffic, $12.50. Let's go ahead and sell James Bragg, Grateful Dead for $30. David Johnson wants a Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. And he wants a Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy. Does anybody else wants that deal? Let me know. Those are sold and sold. Steely Dan and Steely Dan to David Johnson. Mel Webster wants King of America, Elvis Costello. Kelly Cook wants Elvis Costello Spike. and Craig Rutherford got Dusty Springfield. Next is Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Allies, $10. I'll be letting you know the half-off price. Frida Payne, Contact, $12.50. The Colorblind James Experience, that's in shrink wrap, $10 after the half-off. Dean Martin, Remember Me, I'm the One Who Loves You, that's in mono, $5 on Dean Martin. TV Sing-Along with Mitch Miller and the Gang. Oh, it's TV Sing-Along with Mitch Miller and the Gang. That is $5 after the half-off. The Love Album, Lainey Kazan. That is a promo copy, $5 after the half-off. Tim Buckley, that's a Rhino reissue, $10 on Tim Buckley, near mint. Tom Jones, Tender Loving Care. TLC, $5, Tom Jones. Carol Sloan, The Real Thing. That is $5, Carol Sloan. We have the Jimmy Castor Bunch, Let It Out, $8.50 on Jimmy Castor. Keep the Fire, Kenny Loggins, that's EX, $5. David Eberly, first to Tom Jones, that's sold to David Eberly. Johnny Rivers, Realization, that's a UK import, VG plus $5. Gene Pitney, Nasuno Mi Puo Gidiadcare. That sounds like it's not in English. VG plus $5 for Gene Pitney. The Kirby Stone 4, Bubbles, Bangles, and Beads. That's a VG plus $5. Niles Lofgren, Cry Tough. Niles Lofgren, $7.50. Louis and Keela, or Keeley, Louis Prima and Keeley Smith. That's on Dot Records, $5. The Young Rascals. This is VG plus $5. Lots of hairline paper scuffs should not affect play. Just $5 on the Young Rascals, VG plus. Hairline paper scuffs. Jeff McMaster on NL, which is Niles Lofgren. Boontar Jones wants the Louis. That is sold to Boontar, and Jeff McMaster wants the Young Rascals. Jeff, you were second on the Louis and Keeley. The new improved Electric Prunes. That's a VG minus. VG minus, that is $6. $6, it's a VG minus. White label promo. It is the Electric Prunes, though. Cranberry Sauce, you were third on the Young Rascals. O.C. Smith, Little Green Apples. That's a VG plus $5. The Wondrous World of Sonny and Cher, EX copy, original U.S. stereo press, EX, $6.50. Neil was first to the Electric Prunes. Cranberry Sauce was second. Elvin Bishop Group is VG plus $6. The Elvin Bishop Group, VG plus $6 on that. That is Donovan, VG plus $6 on Donovan. And original soundtrack album to Ravi Shankar's Raga. That's an Apple pressing, $12.50. Leslie Holt wants the Sonny and Cher. Yes, the Rat Box set has been pulled for you, Dustin. And Cranberry Sauce is first to Elvin Bishop. We have, I don't know, Sub Oslo from 1998, $20 after half off. Sub Oslo, Prisoner of Dub is the name of the first track. That's $20 after the half off. Spitballs is $10 after the half off. Loverboy in shrink wrap, $10 on Loverboy. And Joe Walsh, You Bought It, You Name It, $10 on Joe Walsh. Time and Charges, the Buckinghams, $5 on the Buckinghams, original label. David Eberly first on LB. LB was for Loverboy. That's sold to David Eberly. Yes, Tormato, $10. Yes, Tormato, $10. Profile, The Best of Emmylou Harris, $7.50. Bruce Hornsby, Scenes from the South Side. Bruce Hornsby in the Range, that's $12.50. Emmylou Harris, Last Date, $7.50. David Eberly is first to Yes. Darren Meyer was second to Yes. Neil Young, After the Gold Rush, just $17.50. Nice copy, gatefold, earlier pressing. This is not the new Dream Syndicate album, live, $10 after the half off. We have Backtracking, Them, featuring Van Morrison. That is $10 after the half off. Thomas Bowman wants Emmylou Harris, Last Date. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. Craig Thomas wants Sub Oslo, and Neil Brasher first on Van Morrison, Them. Jeff McMaster was second. Then and Now, The Best of the Monkees, gatefold, near mint, just $12.50. The Best of the Monkees. Jeff Beck is $10, There and Back. Paul Simon, There Goes a Rhymin' Simon. This is 1750, 180 gram reissue, pressed at RTI, $17.50 on that, 180 gram RTI pressing. Cranberry Sauce first on Joe Walsh. That was this one right here, You Bought It, You Name It. Ron Phillips is first to the Monkees. We've got Nick Bargeron first on Jeff Beck. Leslie's first to Paul Simon. And Craig, you were second on the Monkees. Craig Ruth, you were second on the Monkees. All right, let me take a breather there and put up some auctions. Let's see if we let another Zappa slip through. This one's called Tinseltown Rebellion. It has a saw mark up here on the cover. No condition notes. It's a gatefold. Very nice cover. Still retains some gloss. It has original inner sleeves with it. The vinyl is near mint on the Barking Pumpkin Records label, Zappa's label. This is a $20 start. Very clean vinyl. Gatefold. Does have a saw mark. That's only a $20 start. That's Frank Zappa, Tinseltown Rebellion. $20 start on that. And we have a Bob Seger. This is the one I was talking about earlier. This is a 74 earlier Seger here. This one's called 7 Contrast. I think it's technically just called 7. Bob Seger 7, original label, Palladium Records, very clean vinyl, $20 start on that. That's a Bob Seger we don't get in as often. So Zappa and Seger up for auction. Let me take a drink of water. All right, Half Off Records, if you're just joining us. Let me grab a few box sets. Let me go over here. I'm going to grab, some of these I got more than one of, but I mean at 20% off, there's some audiophile stuff over here too. I'm going to grab 3. Some of these I've got duplicates of. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm heading over with 5 box sets. 2 of these I've got duplicates of. The rest of them only have 1. So let me calculate some math. And we don't do this too often. So as y'all know, new vinyl and audiophile, especially box sets. We have Rush Time Machine, $89.99, 20% off. Rush Time Machine, I do have 2 of these, $71.99. Rush Time Machine, $71.99. That's Time Machine live in Cleveland. That's a 4 LP. On sale price is $71.99. Next is Crosby, Stills & Nash. MoFi, 1-step, $134.99, 20% off is $107.99. Whoa. New and sealed Crosby, Stills & Nash, Ultra Disc 1-step, $107.99. I've only got 1 of those. Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, 4 LP live box set, 20% off makes this only $71.99 as well. Soundgarden, live from the Artist Den, $71.99, 4 LP live Soundgarden. That's $71.99. Genesis, this is pretty much like the only greatest hits that Genesis has in stock. This should be $79.99, 20% off. Yes, $79.99. Genesis, The Last Domino. Genesis, The Last Domino, $79.99. That's a Genesis 4 LP hits compilation. New or recent, as in 80s and 90s Genesis, and even the early stuff. That's a 4 LP, Genesis Last Domino. We got 2 Soundgardens sold. 1 to Cameron Porter and 1 to James Bragg. There's another one on the shelf over there. I've only got 2 Soundgardens. 1 to Cameron Porter and 1 to James Bragg. Bill Walton. Now, I do have a Super Deluxe of this that's $168.99, and that's the on sale price. I do have a Super Deluxe. Bill Walton may want that. So there's one for Cameron. The other one's on the shelf. Genesis was $79.99, and for the first time ever, Dokken is on sale. $159.99, 20% off. $127.99 for the Dokken box set. I've got 2 of these. Breaking the Chains, Tooth and Nail, Under Lock and Key, and then the 2 LP Back for the Attack. $127.99 for the 5 LP Dokken set. And this is tonight only for these prices. Okay, back to the half off bin. By the way, both auctions have $20 bids. Frank Zappa's at $20 with Brian C. Leslie's at $20 on Bob Seger. Those are steals. Final call though. Cranberry Sauce gets the Crosby, Stills & Nash. That should be $107.99. That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. And Jamie Butler gets a Dokken. I have 1 Dokken box set left at that price. Still got Genesis and still got Rush Time Machine. I'll grab a few more in just a second. We have, yes, the Genesis comes out. It's 2 gatefold LPs. It's a great price already, plus 20% off for a 4 LP hits comp remastered, and it sounds incredible. I own one myself. Half Off Records, Chuck Berry Golden Hits VG copy, $7.50. Chuck Berry Golden Hits. Iggy Pop Blah Blah Blah. This is $12.50. It does have some cover damage. It looks like a copy of Magical Mystery Tour got stuck to it. See those colors? Kind of yellow or orangey and blue and red. Looks like a copy of Magical Mystery Tour. But the vinyl is fine. It's very clean, near mint minus. That's sold to Neil, $12.50. The Psychedelic Furs is VG copy, $10. VG copy, $10. Gold stamp promo. Go. Now, I've sold this 5 times and everybody's put it back. This is not the Go soundtrack. This is a 4-track sampler from the Go soundtrack. $10 from $19.99. Craig Thomas gets the Psychedelic Furs. I figured somebody'd be all over that. John Lennon, Mind Games, $12.50. That is an Apple pressing, $12.50. This is, what is this? The Herbie Hancock Trio from Record Store Day. I don't think this is actually pressed in Japan. $10 on that. $10 on that. Ron Phillips wants the John Lennon. Leslie was second. How much was that? Let me go get that. Soundgarden. And I'll grab the next couple box sets. That was, let's see, we got Soundgarden. I'm not going to reveal what's coming up next. Ooh. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a feeling, I'd like to see all 5 sell, but I have a feeling at 20% off, at least 2 of these will sell. We're about to find out, though. All right. I'll get back to these claims. Actually, let me go ahead and do that right now. We had Psychedelic Furs for Craig. Ron Phillips got John Lennon. Leslie was second to John Lennon. Neil was first to the Herbie Hancock. Dave Plunkett second. Does the Go have the track by BT? This has Believer, performed by BT. Good to Be Alive, performed by DJ Rap. And Fire Up the Shoe Saw by Line Rock. It also has Magic Carpet Ride. Steyer's 1999 Ride Club Mix. That's $10. Cranberry, you were third on Herbie. Leslie Holt was fourth. And Ian wants Dylan. Now, Dylan, the only Dylan I have in here is this one. Is this the one you want, Ian? Bringing It All Back Home. That was $17.50 after the half off. And Craig says he will take the Go soundtrack. That was $10 at half off. Let's go ahead and end these auctions as well. Leslie got the Bob Seger for $20. Wow. Bob Seger 7. That sold to Leslie for $20. And Zappa only sold for $20. Brian C. All right. Now, box sets, before I do some more half off. We have Motley Crue. Whoa. $179.99. 20% off. $143.99. That's 5 Motley Crue albums, all on splatter vinyl. Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 and Dr. Feelgood. $143.99 is the on-sale price for that. Next is Analog Productions, Steely Dan's Countdown to Ecstasy, UHQR. UHQR, this is $164.99. 20% off is $131.99. Countdown to Ecstasy. UHQR, Analog Productions, $131.99. Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct box set. This is $69.99. 20% off is $55.99. Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, deluxe edition, contains 3 180-gram LPs, a bonus CD, a lithograph set, and an 8-button pack. That's only $55.99. That is sold to Martin Pryor. Another Rush box set. This is Live in Rio. Live in Rio de Janeiro. Just $95.99 after the 20% off. 4 LP Live Rush. And Bill Walton, here is the Soundgarden box. The Soundgarden box is called Live from the Artist Den. It is $168.99. I think the reason I have this sticky is I checked, when I put this on sale originally, I think for a group post, I checked Amazon and Discogs, and that beat both prices for a new sealed one. That's $168.99. This has 4 LPs, 2 CDs, the actual Blu-ray concert film, and it also has, what else? 40-page book, 4 lithographs, a ticket stub, and backstage pass. That's $168.99. If Bill doesn't want it, it's available to anybody else. Okay, back to the half-off crate. We have the Rolling Stones, Miss You and Faraway Eyes, 12-inch single, $15 after the half-off. Junior Walker and the All-Stars, a gas. That is $10. Junior Walker and the All-Stars on the Soul label. About a VG cover. Very cool cover there of all the gas logos. That is $10. We have Junior Walker and the All-Stars Rainbow Funk. That Junior Walker is in sealed? No, it's in shrink wrap. $10 on that Junior Walker. Zumo wants the Rolling Stones. Joe Sloop was second. Collaboration, the Modern Jazz Quartet with Lorindo Almeida. That is $10 after the half off. And Duke Ellington opens The Cave, Volume 1. The second half of opening night with Duke Ellington's 16-piece orchestra. That's 1970 green vinyl. It looks like an unofficial. I don't know that for certain, but that's $10 for Duke Ellington. Jeff McMaster wants Junior Walker SHR. I think that is Junior Walker. It wasn't Rainbow Funk, was it? In shrink wrap. This one right here. That's Rainbow Funk. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Josie Wells is first to the Duke Ellington. Robert Johnson was second. Half off records. Moody Blues, A Question of Balance. $10 on the Moody Blues. Dionne Warwick, Then Came You. Dionne Warwick is $5 for Dionne in shrink wrap. This is Charles Lloyd, Waves. Charles Lloyd is $12.50. Mickey Newberry, The Sailor. Mickey Newberry is $10. The Giants of Jazz from Columbia, $7.50, including Monk and Miles Davis and J.J. Johnson. That's a Columbia 2i, $7.50. Jedit wants the Dionne Warwick. That's sold to Jedit. And T for the Tillerman, Cat Stevens, EX copy, $6.50. Where Did the Children Play? Wild World, Sad Lisa, On the Road to Find Out. Jazz is sold to Craig Thomas. Craig was second. Cranberry third, Boontar fourth, and Randy gets the Cat Stevens. All right, let me go through this crate one more time. Everything in here is half off. Darren, you were second on Cat Stevens. I need to clear off my table. I'm going to show these box sets one more time. They're 20% off. I'm going to carry them back over to the shelf. Soundgarden, $168.99. Rush and Rio was approximately, I think, $95.99. The Steely Dan Countdown to Ecstasy, that was $131.99. Motley Crue was approximately $143, I believe. And then we had Genesis and Rush and Rio. Those are 20% off box sets. There's some in there that I own myself that are great. You get all the Motley Crue albums on splatter vinyl for $140-something. I'm going to grab the rest off the top shelf and show these. Put those back up there. I have a feeling I'll be coming back to get at least one of those in just a second. Well, let's see what we got here. I'm going to grab, I may recap this bin, or I'll just go ahead and get some more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Always got to show that one. Actually, I think I'll just leave that up there. That one's cursed. That's called Tool. I'll leave that one up there. Let me grab, I think we got multiples of these. Let me grab this one. And this is something that hadn't been unboxed. Okay, we got another one that's unboxed right here, though. Let me grab, is that? Okay, that's that. 1, 2, 3. Man, somebody needs to buy this. This was actually a special order for somebody, and then they didn't pay for it. Not fun, right, Tanner? Not fun. The Genesis was $99. The on sale price was $79.99. $79.99. Kiss, Creatures of the Night. It's $299.99. $299.99. The 20% off. $239.99 for Kiss, Creatures of the Night. By the way, any of these on sale box sets are 100% no cancellations. So these are all sales, they're final. Kiss, Creatures of the Night. No putbacks on any of these. 40th anniversary, super deluxe. That's $239.99. Led Zeppelin 3. Led Zeppelin 3 is $159.99, 20% off, $127.99. $127.99 on Led Zeppelin 3. That's a super deluxe of Led Zeppelin 3. $127.99. That's sold to Patty K. On sale, that's not stickered, Tanner, so that one's $127. Boontar, Jeff, the Soundgarden that I have left was the Super Deluxe. It was $168.99. That was the on sale price. John Prine, $79.99. John Prine is on sale for $63.99. $63.99. This is John Prine at the other end. December 1975. 2 full sets, 39 songs on 4 LPs. John Prine is $63.99. We got Kiss, John Prine. Grateful Dead, 2 from the vault, $129.99, 20% off. Grateful Dead is $103.99. Grateful Dead, $103.99. That's called 2 from the vault, 1968. Edward Star Wars wants to John Prine. That's the only one of those we have. Grateful Dead was $103. And Jimi Hendrix, Electric Ladyland, $149.99. 20% off. That's $119.99. Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. 6 LP set, Blu-ray, all analog mastering, 5.1 surround mixes, 96/24 high resolution stereo, released home demos and studio recordings, 48-page book, never before released 68 Hollywood Bowl performance, pressed at QRP. That's $119.99. And Kelly wants the Dokken box set. Dokken is sold, and we are officially sold out of Dokken. Okay, now I'll do a lot of half-off vintage. Pretty much on box sets, the only thing I have left is Led Zeppelin, a bunch of Led Zeppelins, more Led Zeppelins, and Rush. Did you do all the Yes box sets? There are no Yes box sets. I would if I would have had some. Donna Summer, Once Upon a Time, is $7.50. Cat Stevens, Back to Earth, is $7.50. The Best of Traffic, $12.50. Crosby, Stills and Nash Allies, $10. Frida Payne Contact, $12.50. The Colorblind James Experience, $10. That's in shrink wrap. Dean Martin is Mono, $5. We have Mitch Miller, $5. TV Sing Along. The Love Album, Laney Kazan, that's $5 promo. Tim Buckley is $10. Carol Sloan is $5. We have Jimmy Castor Bunch, Let It Out, $8.50. Keep the Fire, Kenny Loggins is EX, $5. Gene Pitney was $5, and Johnny Rivers' Realization was VG plus $5. The Kirby Stone 4 is VG plus $5. Leslie Holt wants James Experience. Terry Westwood wants Gene. That's Gene Pitney. And Hendry Smeek wants Kenny. That's Kenny Loggins. Those are all sold. How much was Western One? Give me 1 second on that, and I'll show the other Zeppelin box sets. I've got Mothership, Physical Graffiti, Coda, How the West Was Won, and of course I got Tool and 2 different Rush box sets. I've already showed 2 of them, but I've got 2 more. O.C. Smith is VG plus $5. Donovan was a VG plus $6. Spitballs was $10. Raga, Ravi Shankar was $12.50. The Buckinghams was $5. The Best of Emmylou Harris was $7.50. Bruce Hornsby was $12.50. Neil Young still available, $17.50 after the Gold Rush. Neil Young. This is not the new Dream Syndicate album. Live, $10. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits is a VG $7.50. Cranberry Sauce wants the Tim Buckley, which is right in here somewhere. What happened to you, Tim Buckley? That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. We have Junior Walker and the All-Stars, a Gas, $10. Oh. Modern Jazz Quartet, $10. Moody Blues, $10. Charles Lloyd, $12.50. And Mickey Newberry, $10. Craig Weatherford wants Junior Walker, a Gas. All right. Now, time for me to go get some more records. Let me do some condensing here. Let me see here. This is all condensed stuff. Let me do some condensing. So I'll have an empty crate to take to the back. And then when I come back, I'll go ahead and get started on this crate, and then I'll show what we got left in the Zeppelin sets. And I guess after I went through that top shelf box sets, the variety gets slim. But basically, the whole other shelf of box sets we have in here is Zeppelin stuff. I've got puzzles. We always have puzzles. And let me go back. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get some more half-off stuff. Great titles tonight, too, from what I'm seeing. I think y'all would agree. I am going to do one Rush album on sale. I told this with Tanner last night. I said, I think the last one we did was Hemispheres. I'm probably going to grab a Rush title tonight, one of the big ones we have a lot of, and do. I'm back. I wonder what everybody does when I walk away. Smoke a cigarette? Okay. Here we go. Half off records. I hadn't forgot about the Zeppelin box sets. I'll knock out some more of this though. We have Gary and the Pacemakers, I'll Be There on Lori Records. This is a weird price, 21. This is 10. This is $11. $11. Gary and the Pacemakers, I'll Be There. That's $11 after the half off. We have the Greg Kihn Band, Continued. That is $6. Alvin Lee, Detroit Diesel. That is $8.50 with the insert. Alvin Lee, Gold Stamp Promo, Hype Sticker with the insert. That's $8.50. Faces, Long Player, 71 white label promo. We've shown this recently. Half off price is $27.50. White label promo of Faces, Long Player with the timing strip. The Best of Judas Priest. Wow, $25 after the half off. The Best of Judas Priest. That's a German pressing. Great titles in here so far. Deep Purple, self-titled. This is a 70s UK pressing. Just $15. Deep Purple, just $15 on that. Neil Young, On the Beach. This is a 74 Terre Haute. No stereo on the labels. Half off of $74.99. Half off of $74.99. That is $37.50. $37.50. We have Culture Club, Waking Up with the House on Fire, $12.50. And Jimmy Buffett, One Particular Harbor. Jimmy Buffett is $10. One Particular Harbor. Jimmy Buffett. Deep Purple Machine Head. That's a 74 Terre Haute. $15 after the half off. Deep Purple Machine Head. Burbank label. Jeff McMaster, First to Faces. These are all half off sticker. Todd Tipton, First to Judas Priest. Randy, you were second. Randy Scarborough was third. Jeff McMaster, first on Neil Young. Josie Wells, first on Jimmy Buffett. Edward was second. Ron, you were first on Deep Purple. Let me know if you want self-titled Machine Head, or you can have both of them. Chris Christopherson, Jesus Was a Capricorn. That's EX, $6 on Chris Christopherson. John Cougar Mellencamp, The Lonesome Jubilee. That is $10. John Mellencamp. David Bowie, Tonight. $15 on David Bowie. Rick Springfield, Living in Oz. VG Plus $5. Rick Springfield, $5. Living in Oz. Now that's what I call music. 20th Century Anniversary Volume 1. That's EX, $37.50 after the half off. Ron Duffield wants the Machine Head. Now Darren Davis wants CC, which is Culture Club. That's so to Darren Davis. Joanne Epperson on Rick Springfield, and Michael Grind wants the David Bowie Tonight. We also have Now That's What I Call 20th Century. Song of Innocence, David Axelrod. That is $75. If anybody's remotely interested in this record, that's a great price. Song of Innocence, composed and arranged by David Axelrod. He says no, he wanted Christopher Cross, not Culture Club. There is no Christopher Cross in here, I believe. The albums I have left are, well, John Cougar. I know it's not John Cougar Mellencamp, but that's just been claimed. We had Now That's What I Call 20th Century Music. We had Chris Christopherson. Christopher Cross. We have Chris Christopherson, Deep Purple, Alvin Lee, Greg Kihn, and Gary and the Pacemakers. Leslie Holt was first to JCM. Chip was second. We have, he said, never mind. So the Culture Club we can bring back. It's called Waking Up with the House on Fire. Spinner's Labor of Love. Spinner's Labor of Love is VG, $5. The B-52s is EX, $12.50. The Romantics, In Heat, that is $6. No condition notes on it. Original inner sleeve. Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles. That also has the insert in the original inner sleeve. Sting is $10. Dream of the Blue Turtles. Backdoor Men, Shadows of Night. That's good plus $10 after the half off. 66 mono. 66 mono. The Records. The Records is a 79 press well pressing. $7.50. Ricardo, the David Axelrod was $75. And Leslie Holt was first to the B-52s. Thomas Bowman was first to the Now compilation. Ron Duffield was first to the Romantics. We have Lazarus, you were second on B-52s. Song of Innocence was $75. Darren Wortman first to Sting. Stereo first to ROM. Neil first on SOK. And Derek first on Shadows. So I got to figure out what ROM, that was Romantics. So Stereo, you were second on that. Neil was first on SOK. SOK was not for sure. I don't know. That might have already been claimed. Shadows of Night. Ah, that's right here. And Derek was second. So Neil got Shadows of Night. Jeff McMaster does want the Axelrod. Yeah, that's a great price. I got slipped in his stuff. One of the first times I had his records was years ago. And I got it at somewhere in a collection or garage sale. It was green looking. It was trippy too. It brought several hundred dollars. Good price on that. Okay, here's the Culture Club that was victim of some confusion. Culture Club is available. That's $12.50. Waking Up with the House on Fire. Original inner sleeve. That is $12.50. Near mint with the original inner sleeve. Climax Blues Band. Climax Chicago. Tightly Knit. 1971 UK. $10. Jimi Hendrix Midnight Lightning. $17.50. Terre Haute. Alan Parsons Project Pyramid. $10. Culture Club wants the CC. That's sold to Boontar. The Records. Fear. The Records is VG Plus. Just $50. 1982 U.S. First Press. Ugly mark on side 1. Just a few pops when we played it. It's through tracks 2 and 3. That is just $50 after the half off. I think some of y'all may remember that. James Bragg was second on Culture Club, and I think Craig Thomas wants this. Is that right, Craig? That's $50 after the half off. Blues Brothers, Made in America, in shrink wrap, $12.50. Santana Amigos is $10. We also have Aviator, I'm Not the Lonely One. Aviator is $5 from 2014. What do we have here? One Step More and You Die, $17.50 from 2004. That's a half off price. Potluck, Spooner Oldham. That's $12.50, 2015 green vinyl. Wow, that's like green. That's a wild looking color. Terry Westwood wants Blues Brothers. Let's put back that one for Craig. He's looking for a little bit better copy. Terry Westwood on the Blues Brothers. This is $50 if anybody wants it. John Entwistle, Rigor Mortis sets in. That's a VG copy, $5. And these are BG's Idea. VG, $7.50. BG's Idea, $7.50. Jeff McMaster, first on Potluck, Spooter Onum. I feel like these are really recent to be half off. They are. Some of these get mixed around back there, and I end up grabbing the wrong stuff. So last night I prepared for like the first, I thought, well, I'll get all this ready, and we went through everything so fast, then I have to go back there and start trying to find other stuff. So That's what happens. Okay, I got a couple more here that I was going to do for $24.99. These are great records at $24.99. I've already sold one of these for $24.99. Here's another identical copy. Buffalo Springfield, self-titled, 2LP, and a really nice copy of Deja Vu, also $24.99. 4-digit, gatefold, really nice. Those are both $24.99. Needs to be all over those. Next was Scott Smith on JE. That was John Entwistle. We have Blood Rock 2, VG Plus, $7.50. Yeah, most of these are from April and May, so just cleaning out some stuff. Take advantage, right, Tanner? James Bragg, Buffalo Springfield. That's $24.99 on that one. $24.99. And Cranberry Sauce gets the Bee Gees idea. Bee Gees was half off. We have Spencer Davis Group, I'm a Man. EX copy. This would be $16.50. I'm a Man, Spencer Davis Group, Steve Winwood. EX on the vinyl. Blood Rock 2. Elton John, Blue Moves, $12.50. That's a 2LP. Warren Zevon is $15. Bad Luck Streak and Dancing School. Bobby Short at the East Side. Bobby Short is $10. We have The Age of Electronicus, synthesized on the Moog by Dick Hyman. That's $15. Nobody wants CSN for $24.99. The Final Conflict, 1988 UK, $10 on the Final Conflict. Neil Young Decade, $25. Triple LP, Neil Young compilation, triple LP. The Rolling Stones Metamorphosis, $17.50. Wow. Ray Thomas from the Moody Blues, Hope, Wishes, and Dreams, $7.50. Another really cool Moody Blues cover on the Threshold label. That's a $7.50. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Let's Go, $7.50. The Great Fatsby, there's another copy of Leslie West, $12.50. The Great Fatsby. We have John Young first on Ray Thomas. We've got Patrick Carter first on Neil Young. These are all 25. Sherry Darnell. Everything, unless I say, should be EX Plus to Near Mint Minus, which this one is. That is closer to Near Mint Minus, and the cover is about VG. Does show a little bit of ring wear and some staining at the top. $17.50 on that. Leo Sayer, World Radio, is $5. And Big Youth, Natty Cultural Dread, $17.50. Big Youth. Okay, now earlier I promised I'd show what we had left over here of Zeppelin box sets. Let me slide behind you. I'll go ahead and read these off. We've got four. Well, we have another. We sold a Led Zeppelin 3. I do have another copy of that. If you want any of these, please don't comment Led Zeppelin. Please comment the name of the album. But here's the 4 other box sets that I have not shown tonight, and they're all Zeppelins. I will tell you the 20% off price. We have one of the greatest recordings of all time, which is Physical Graffiti, and that's $174.99 at 20% off. Physical Graffiti is a 40th anniversary 2 CD, 2 LP Super Deluxe. It also includes the hand-numbered print and a 96-page. What's really cool about these is they all have unique hardback books that are unique to the album and the era of Physical Graffiti. That's $139.99. Led Zeppelin Super Deluxe of Physical Graffiti. And then Coda is $189.99. 20% off on Coda is $151.99. So Led Zeppelin Coda is $151.99. And then here's a big one, How the West Was Won. A lot of people buy this one because obviously it don't really exist on vinyl as an original or anything, and it's a great live Zeppelin material. You can only get these really on these box sets if you want it on vinyl. They would never come out like originally on vinyl, just as these box sets. So we have How the West Was Won. That's $214.99. 20% off makes that $171.99. That's 4 LPs, 3 CDs, 52-page book, and then other stuff as well. That's $171.99. That's sold to Eddie Pasir. I think he's been waiting on that one. And then here is something that was out of print forever. We've got 2, 4, 5. If you don't have any Led Zeppelin, this may be what you want here. $139.99, 20% off. Mothership is $111.99. Mothership is $111.99. That's a 4 LP Mothership box set, $111.99 after the 20% off. Fantastic. 4 LP Zeppelin Greatest Hits. Okay, so there's a few things before, but let's go ahead and take care of these. Matthew wants one. I've got 5 or 6 of these in stock. There's one for Matthew. Then Patty wants to swap out Led Zeppelin 3. Patty got earlier a Led Zeppelin 3, and Patty would like a Mothership. So 2 Motherships sold. Anybody else? Anybody else? And that means, far as the individual albums, I've got 2 Led Zeppelin 3s. I got a Physical Graffiti and a Coda. That's it. Led Zeppelin 1 and Led Zeppelin 2 are the hardest ones to get, it seems like. I hadn't ordered any in a while, but if you're looking for any of those, let me know. Now back up to the top. Big Youth was claimed by Jeff McMaster at half off. Craig Thomas was second. Neil was third. John Young needs to put back the Ray Thomas album. And continuing with half off. Gary Burton Quartet, picture this. That is $7.50. I need a Led Zeppelin 2. I think that's one I need too. Led Zeppelin 1 and Led Zeppelin 2 for some reason are low production to be really the most requested ones, it seems like. So, any new vinyl. Yeah, let me go ahead while we still got a lot of people on, and I'll do the Rush album I'm going to do on sale tonight. But no, not really. Tonight wasn't a new vinyl on sale. It was just audiophile and box sets. We had all the audiophile stuff on sale. We've went through all that. We've sold almost an entire crate of it. The box sets, and we've got a ton of Rush albums, as y'all well know. And this is the next one. I think about a month ago we did Hemispheres. We're going to do Caress of Steel tonight. The on sale price is $29.59. Rush Caress of Steel, 180 gram remaster, DMM. They sound amazing. Caress of Steel. Rush, $29.59. New and sealed Caress of Steel. I've got stacks of them, so comment away if you're looking for one. Which Nitty Gritty was that? It is the one that does not have Fishing in the Dark on it. That is $7.50. I promise you, if we ever get the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band albums that have Fishing in the Dark, I will definitely let you know, and I hope you have your fingers ready because there will be a bunch of people claim it. That is called Let's Go, $7.50. And before that, Gary Burton sold to Cranberry Sauce. And then we have some Rushes being claimed. Josie Wells, Randy Scarborough, Toby Grimm, and Todd Tipton. Let me go grab a few more of those out of the bin. I've got about 10 over here in the bin, and then I think I have a whole cubby full of them in the back. So plenty of copies of Caress of Steel. Or probably, they've definitely thinned out here in the store. I've only got 4 up here, but we'll have to go get more off the back wall. So, and this is really the only new LP that's on sale tonight. And I think I have 4, and I got 4 on hand. Josie, Randy, Toby, and Todd. Okay. $29.59. Great album. It's severely overlooked, especially in the Rush catalog. I don't think a lot of people have that high on their list, but there's some great stuff on there. Of course, I'm a fan, so I'm a little biased. Ferris Wheel. Ferris Wheel's on Uni. VG Plus, $10 on Ferris Wheel. VG Plus, $10. Let's stay a little while now on the half off stuff. Everything in here is half off. I'll be telling you the half off price or the condition if it's check condition. Tip of the Weisberg, Tim Weisberg, that's $10. We also have Parkway Drive Atlas from 2012. Half off price on that is $20. Herbie Mann, My Kind of Groove. Herbie Mann is sealed from 1965, $15. Sealed from 1965. James Cohorn on PW. That was possibly Parkway. Tim Weisberg, Ferris Wheel, maybe Parkway Drive. Mutant Cats from Hell. That's a VG copy, $17.50. Mutant Cats from Hell, $17.50. The Beach Boys in Concert, 1973 Santa Maria, $12.50. James Cohorn on Parkway Drive. Mick Jagger, She's the Boss, $10 on Mick Jagger. Zappa, Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch, $17 in shrink wrap with hop sticker. That is $17.50. And Tim Curry, Simplicity. That is sealed Tim Curry, $10. James Cohorn got Parkway Drive. Sean was second. Patrick Carter first on the Beach Boys. And John Lill first on the Mick Jagger. That crate was definitely worth going through a second time for 2 reasons. 1, we got interrupted a couple times showing box sets. 2, there's still some great stuff left in here. Derek Paris gets the sealed Tim Curry. That's $10 after the half off. One more time on this crate, everything in here is half off. Gary and the pacemakers, I'll be there. An original on the Lori label, that is $11 after the half off. Greg Ken Band continued, that is $6. Greg Ken Band. Alvin Lee from 10 Years After, Detroit Diesel Gold Stamp promo hype sticker, also has an insert with it, $8.50. Deep Purple, self-titled, that's a 70s press on EMI Harvest that originally came out in 1969. That's early Deep Purple, $15. Chris Christopherson, Jesus Was a Capricorn, that's $6, EX condition. Spinners, Labor of Love, that's a VG copy, $5 on the Spinners. The Records is a 79 Presswell press, $7.50. Todd Tipton wants the Deep Purple, that's sold to Todd Tipton. Climax Chicago, tightly knit, 71 UK press, $10 on Climax Chicago. Jimi Hendrix, $17.50. It's a Terre Haute pressing, very clean. That's called Midnight Lightning. Alan Parsons Project Pyramid, that's $10. Alan Parsons Project. Santana Amigos is $10. Surprised no one's grabbed that. Cranberry Sauce wants the Records. That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. This is Aviator, I'm Not the Lonely One from 2014, $5 on that. This is One Step More and You Die from 2004, $17.50. The Record, Fear. This was originally $99.99. Half off price is $50. VG Plus condition. Blood Rock 2 is VG Plus, $7.50. That has the song DOA on it. VG Plus $7.50. Spencer Davis Group, I'm a Man. EX, original label. That's $16.50. Elton John, Blue Moves, 2LP, $12.50, near mint. Warren Zevon, Bad Luck Streak and Dancing School, that is $15. Bobby Short and the East Side is $10. We have The Age of Electronicus, Dick Hyman, that is $15. The Final Conflict is a 1988 UK, $10. The Great Fatsby, Leslie West, is $12.50. Metamorphosis, The Rolling Stones, that's $17.50. I think Craig Weatherford wants The, which is possibly, well, I'll wait. Could be The Record. Leo Sayer, World Radio, $5. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band is $7.50. Ferris Wheel is VG Plus $10 on Uni. Tip of the Weisberg, Tim Weisberg, that's $10. We have Herbie Mann, My Kind of Groove, which was sealed, $15. Zappa was $17.50, and Mutant Cats from Hell was VG $7.50. He said, no, I dropped my phone. You almost bought something. Be careful dropping your phone. Christopherson and Nitty Gritty. The half-off price is the bundle price. This was $6, and Nitty Gritty was, let me find that. That is $7.50. $6 and $7.50. And next is Fear is VG Plus. Yeah, we actually have, that was test played. Let me read the notes on that one. This is the Record Fear. VG Plus, 1982 first press, has an ugly mark on side 1, just a few pops on tracks 2 and 3. So it's been test played. So this ugly mark has been test played, which gives it as a couple marks or a couple pops when it's played. And that is $50. Should be a $100 record in that condition. I think if that was near mint, it's like obviously more than that. So Newberry, front of last crate, Jeff Miller. Everything in here is half off, and that is the price. $10, and that's sold to Jeff Miller. Everything in here is half off, and that is my best price. That's 50% off. Okay, let me go get some more. Let me figure out where I'm at up here. Did I go through everything that I had up here that I originally brought? I guess I did. Let me go find some stuff in the back then. There's an empty crate. We got Rush on sale for $29.59. Let me go grab some more half-off stuff. I'm back in range. You should be able to hear me now. I'm back in range. All right. So let's see what we've got laying around here that we can recap right quick before I go into new half off. Deja Vu is $24.99. This is Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Deja Vu, $24.99, near mint copy. I've only showed 2 Japanese auctions tonight. These were buy it nows, no bids for $35. Earth, Wind & Fire and Huey Lewis and the News 4. That was like a VG cover and Obi, near mint vinyl, and this was near mint all the way around. Those are $35 buy it nows. Those are still laying right there. CSN is $24.99. I'll show a couple records that I pulled from these bins. I really couldn't do half off, but maybe it's just like best offer. You know, I'm going to show them. This is Gypsy. This is called Gypsy Self-Titled. It was $74.99 from Metro Media Records. It's a very clean copy. Gypsy Self-Titled, 2 LP from Metro Media Records. That is $74.99. These are kind of like best offers. And we got a record called Camp, C-A-M-P, Camp Buy and Buy, B-Y and B-Y. That's $99.99, Camp, and that is black vinyl. No, that's a green vinyl. Look black, just peeking in there. 2 LP, those are $74.99. I didn't really want to do those half off. I definitely don't want to do that. Didn't want to auction them either because they're kind of unique to probably a unique customer. Or not a lot of demand for those, but they're pricey records. The record Fear, that was a first press, 1982. This should be a $100 record in this condition. We got it for $50. This is a first press, 1982. That's $50. I have a feeling somebody's going to buy that. There's usually not a $100 half off record left behind. Jeff McMaster wants the Age of Electronicus from the last crate. I was surprised no one bought that the first time around. That's sold to Jeff for $15, and Dale Cooper wants the Final Conflict from the last crate as well. Final Conflict, that was the black looking cover right here. That is sold for $10 to Dale Cooper. Okay. All right, so did I miss anything else? And I don't think I did. All right, so half off records. I'm going to be telling you the price. More Japanese pressings. I guess I don't have anything really up for auction right now. So let's see what we have here. Wow, that looks cool. Before we get too busy, when I start rolling in these half-off crates, it's like, wow. Ooh, is Stevie Ray Vaughan Japanese? Or is this one of those like mint? Ooh, it's one of these mint U.S. imports. Let's put that up for auction. And Loverboy, Get Lucky, working for the weekend. Very cool. Let's run these two. Let's run these two here. We have Loverboy, Get Lucky. This is going to be a $35 start. Loverboy, Get Lucky. This is a $35 start. First track, working for the weekend. The vinyl's near mint and pristine. There's the Japanese lyric insert. Really nice cover of Obi on the front. Does have a little bit of discoloration there in the white spots where you can see it. That's a $35 start. I don't think we've had that one in a while. Get Lucky, $35 start. And this is from Japan, but it's a U.S. import of Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood. And I think y'all know how these Japanese imports, U.S. pressings look. They're like, just like most Japanese records, they're absolutely perfect and well taken care of. That's a $55 start. The cover does have a couple dings right there, or not really dings, but it does have a mark there. Glossy though overall, that's a $55 start. So $35 and $55 on those. James Bragg says he'll take the Fear. If anybody else was prior asking for that and you do want it, you might want to let me know because that's sold to James Bragg right now for $50. And the Gypsy record was a 2 LP near mint Gypsy, and that was $74.99. Metro Media Records, very clean vinyl, also a really nice jacket, $74.99. And Camp Buy and Buy was $99.99. All right, so half off records. Let's see what we have here. Renaissance, Ashes Are Burning. Renaissance is $5. I will be telling you the half off price. I'll also let you know if anything is check condition. This is Betty Wright, 1 Step Up and 2 Steps Back. $7.50. What is shipping? We do $7 unlimited shipping. That's all week. We do 6 shows a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All week is $7. 1 record or 100 records. The next week is $7. 1 record or 100 records. Everything is $7. No combining invoices. Week to week. $7, as much as you want to buy. Neil is first on Betty Wright. We have Ian first on Renaissance. Jedit was second to Betty Wright. Looking for $35 and $55 starts on these. This is Unplugged, featuring Lil Wayne, Anything You Want. That's $5. We have Crosby, Stills & Nash, American Dream, $12.50. Wally, essentially, you can buy as much as you want, $7 in limited shipping. Loudon Wainwright III, Unrequited. That is $7.50 in shrink wrap. Buddy Holly for the first time anywhere. That's EX, $8. This is Lil Wayne is sold to Ryan Anderson. We have Jackie Lomax, Is This What You Want? That's a 69 Apple pressing, $12.50. Camp is not VG Plus. It is Near Mint Minus, which you may consider VG Plus a nice record. This is Near Mint. This is almost unplayed. Camp, and that was $99.99 on that. McKendree Spring Suite, $10 on that. McKendree Spring. The Adventures of Sam Spade, $7.50. And Carl Betts and I Shall Return. That is sealed from 1971, a Douglas MacArthur movie soundtrack, $12.50. Just for new people, I see a lot of people. I think the new VG Plus, or VG Plus for a lot of people, is the new Near Mint Minus, which that's not how we grade. A VG Plus is a VG Plus, and a Near Mint Minus is a Near Mint Minus. This is obviously a new record. It looks unplayed. We call that Near Mint, maybe even Near Mint and Pristine. And this was not half off. This was $99 or best offer. It was stuff I really didn't want to do half off because we could list that on Discogs. So it's kind of like best offer. Yes, those are half off. I pulled these out of some crates that were about to be half off. These were priced back in March, and I was like, these just can't be half off, but they're best offer. I will make you a great deal on them, but no, this was something that was bought and this was never shown on our sales before, to my knowledge. So that was a putback. So those kind of records that's kind of odd or unique, I'm like, well, we've got it priced probably because it could sell on Discogs for $100. So that means we could get about $90 for it on Discogs. Don't really want to take $50 for it here. So Cat Stevens, Matthew and Son, $7.50. We have Annie in Wonderland, Annie Haslam. That's VG Plus, $7.50. The U Crew, If You Were Mine, that is sealed from 1989, $10. Cat Stevens is 180 gram remaster. These may be pressed at RTI. $12.50 for Teaser and the Firecat. That's 180 gram. Cat Mother, Last Chance Dance. Cat Mother, 1973 white label promo, $12.50. Eddie Cochran, the Eddie Cochran legend on Charlie Records, $12.50. Neil was first to Wonderland. That's so did Neil. Final call on these before I make them buy it now. It's 24 greatest hits of the Rascals. 24 greatest hits, $12.50. The Rascals, $12.50. The Crying Shames is a 70s press, $10 on the Crying Shames. And End Over End, Scenes from a New World. That is sealed from 1986, $10. End Over End. Leo Kottke, Greenhouse, $5 on Leo Kottke. And Klaatu is $10. Does have a little bit of cover damage right here. That is $10 on Klaatu. Jackie Lomax, is that another one? An Apple pressing, $12.50. I think we got 2 of those in here. Yeah, there's 2 Jackie Lomaxes in there. The Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager, $7.50. Derek Paris on the Crying Shames. Preston Rose wants LL. That was, LL was not Moody Blues or Klaatu or Leo. Okay, let's make these buy nows. Loverboy, Get Lucky. $35 buy it now. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood, $55 buy it now. $35 and $55 buy it nows on those. The Illusion, If It's So. Yeah, If It's So, The Illusion, $12.50. That's from Atlanta. Look, by the way, Y'all remember the Atlanta collection? I hadn't said that in a while. All that stuff that's left over is still buried back there, isn't it, Tanner? That stuff is still buried. We still got Atlanta records in the back buried where new collections have come in. Those are in tubs stacked up. My gosh. That's an incredible collection that's still sitting back there. By the way, I hadn't talked to Paul. I think I missed his call last night, and then he called me today while I was still asleep. He's somewhere. I think he's bought 2 more collections since I've talked to him. Paul is somewhere, I think, in Ohio right now with a U-Haul full of records. He may even be watching right now. He's got a U-Haul, and he's traveling back to Tennessee, and there's a lot of records about to be delivered here. We have a lot of vinyl to move. That's why we're doing some stuff half off tonight. John Miller wants the Cat Mother, and no claims on these. I can't put up any more auctions until somebody buys at least one of these. We have Neil Diamond, Stones. Neil Diamond is $5. We have Stoney Edwards, She's My Rock. That's in shrink wrap from 1973, $15. Stoney Edward, She's My Rock, $15. I'm going to have to go to the back and do a, we're going to have to go do a half off, or not a half off. We're going to have to do a tour of the back room before we start moving a lot of that out of there, so y'all can see before and after. Josie Wells on the Neil Diamond. Terry Westwood was second. John F. Kennedy is $10. Did you buy Crazy Kens from Cookville? I don't know what happened to his stuff. I think I bought some of it because I think somebody bought it, and then I bought it from them. And then I, of course, what was that? A Compact Discovery. We bought Compact Discovery a few years back. John F. Kennedy, $10. There it is. Marilyn Monroe's boyfriend. I can't get the record back in the sleeve. JFK, the presidential years. Man, this one's, JFK's being stubborn. Of course, it's one of these kind of sleeves. The worst. Ask not what CollectCo can do for you. Ask what you can do for CollectCo. Right, Tanner? All right. JFK, Terry Westwood was second to Neil Diamond. John Miller wants the Klaatu record. We have Stoney Was Near Mint, Dixieland Delight. That was a moment in history after we beat Alabama and they started playing that at Neyland Stadium. Sorry to all the Bama fans. That was a moment in history. It only happens every 20 years. Stoney Edwards, She's My Rock, is near mint in shrink wrap. That is $15. Crazy Kent's where I started first buying vinyl. Me too. Yeah, me too. I remember going to there. He always had a stack of the good stuff. I was literally a kid. He had a stack of the good stuff, and that's where I bought my very first copy of Electric Ladyland. It was trashed, but when I remember buying it, I felt like I had found the Ark of the Covenant. I was like, wow, I finally found one. I remember when I first started buying vinyl, there were some albums I couldn't find anywhere. Led Zeppelin 4, Electric Ladyland, Abbey Road. I would go to stores. My mom and dad would take me to record shops, yard sales. Never could find those albums. And it's still hard to find them today in good condition. You know, it'd be like I'd go everywhere looking for a nice copy of those. You know, the Beatles, Rubber Soul. Couldn't find them anywhere. Couldn't find them anywhere. So, all right. Let's see here. Matthew Bruce, yes. Or excuse me, Dave Bruce. Yes, Dave Bruce. Great guy. He was in business in Cookville for decades, and he decided to take a sort of an early retirement. We bought out his shop a few years ago. We still got, man, his CDs, we still got most of those in storage up in our loft. Incredible how much of that we still have. Let's see here. Okay, Stoney Edwards, JFK, where did we get to? Back to the half-off stuff. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, 12-inch single. That is $20 after the half-off. EX copy of Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. You get the long version and the instrumental version, $20. John Locke Ponte, Open Mind, $5. That's in shrink wrap. John Locke is $5. Open Mind. John Locke again, Fables in shrink wrap, $5. John Locke for the third time in a row, $5. Miley Cyrus, this is Younger Now. That is $10 after the half off. Miley Cyrus. Orville Peck, Bronco, $17.50. Miley Cyrus and Orville Peck. We also have Kesha, Rainbow, $12.50. I used to call her Keisha. Joe Tex, Live and Lively. That's VG Plus, $10. And Joe Tex, I've got to do a little bit better. That's VG Plus, $12.50. Derek Paris on Miley Cyrus. That's sold to Derek Paris at half off. Joe Maynard wants Jean-Luc. I like Locke better. Chad Holder, you were second on Miley, and Cranberry Sauce is first to Orville Peck. We have Young Gifted in Black, Aretha Franklin. This is on yellow vinyl, now just $10. That's a Rhino Black, Conserving the Classics, $10 on yellow vinyl. Philip Walker, Tough as I Want to Be. Philip Walker is $7.50. Neil's first on Aretha Franklin. We have Dirty Computer, Janelle Monáe. That is $15 after the half off. Neil was first to Aretha, Derek second, Leslie third, Michael fourth, Josie fifth, Jedit was sixth. Spyro Gyra, Morning Dance. That's got some great stuff on it, $7.50. Mark Cunningham first on JM, which is Janelle Monáe. That's sold to Mark Cunningham, I believe. Leslie was second, and Mel was third. Ian Gillian Band, Child in Time. Not Gillian, excuse me. I always butcher this one. Ian Gillan Band, $12.50. We have Jerry and the Pacemakers, is $10. Put back Jean-Luc. I have not pulled any Jean Locke or Jean-Luc for anybody because Joe was correcting me and so was somebody else. I don't think anybody actually bought one though. No John-Luc Locks have been pulled. No John Lukes have been pulled. There's two Joe Tex albums. There's Joe Tex Live and Lively, VG plus $10, and Joe Tex, I've got to do a little bit better, VG plus $12.50. Howlin' Wind, Graham Parker. Howlin' Wind is $7.50. $7.50. We have Hugo Smooth from 1980, $17.50. Was The Illusion, $12.50. The Illusion, John Miller is $12.50. Yes, we have Liverpool 5 Arrive. The Liverpool 5 is $15. Chris Ferrara first on Spyro Gyra. John Miller said he'll take The Illusion. And the person that gets the pawn will be very lucky. Jean-Luc Locke. Let's do a Jean-Luc bundle. They were 10, 10, and 10. Then I was going to make them 5, 5, and 5. Let me make them 4, 4, and 4. Let's see if anybody gives $12 for 3 Jean-Luc Locks Pontes. Wow. What a name. $12.50. He should put some phonics underneath that one. I'm going to mute my mic for a second while I chug some water. So, excuse me for like 20. Whew. I just consumed about 10 ounces of water. The JLP bundle is sold to Jeff McMaster. 4, 4, and 4. Those are sold to Jeff McMaster. 4, 4, and 4. Mike Langford, you were second. Derek Paris, you're first to the Liverpool 5. We have Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. $10 for Spirit, the 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Gatefold, very nice copy. The New Colony 6, Attacking a Straw Man. $12.50 for the New Colony 6. The Dean Martin Songbook, Volumes 1 and 2. $10. Elton John, Too Low for Zero, in shrink wrap. I'm Still Standing, near mint copy. $10 for Elton John, I'm Still Standing. Grateful Dead is only $25. It's a 67 mono VG condition, $25 on the Grateful Dead. Original mono, just $25. Josie Wells first on Elton John. Mike Post, you were second. The Sham Review, that's a 67 white label promo, $15. Derek first to the Grateful Dead. Josie was first to Elton John, then Mike, then Leslie. Derek was first to the Grateful Dead, then Neil, then Cranberry Sauce. The New York Rock and Roll Ensemble, that's $10. Sam also sold to Derek Paris. We have Pete Townsend Scoop, 1983 sealed copy, $20. Pete Townsend Chinese Eyes is $7.50. Pete Townsend is $7.50. And Julian Lennon Violet includes Julian Lennon color poster. The poster is not here anymore. $5 for the 12-inch single. And Steve Winwood Talking Back to the Night. That is $10 in shrink wrap. Didn't you ever watch Star Trek Next Generation? What was Captain Picard's first name? I don't know. I've watched the original series. I haven't got to anything past that. I like the 1968 stuff. Let's do The Swim, The Romantics. That's $12.50. We have Savoy Brown, Rock and Roll Warriors. That is sealed from 1981, $15. We have Dennis Coffey, Going for Myself, $12.50. I usually just call him Picard. I know what he looks like. If there was a picture of him on the monitor right now, I'd be like, that's Captain Picard. I would probably never say his first name because I wouldn't know if it was John Luke or Jean Locke. War, the music band, in shrink wrap with hype sticker, EX $12.50. Arlo Guthrie was $10. Amigo, Arlo Guthrie, $10 on Amigo. And Kelly Gordon, Defunct. Kelly Gordon is $10. We have Men at Work Cargo, that's $12.50. Men at Work Cargo. The Tourist Reality Effect, that's a white label promo, $10. So we got Sam pulled. We have, these are $35 and $55. They're buy it now, it's $35 and $55. I said I couldn't put anything new up until at least one of those sold. Cranberry Sauce first on Savoy Brown. Kelly Bagwell first to Steve Winwood. We also have Hoover. Hoover is from 1969, $10 on that. And Baxter is $15. And Jay and the Americans' Greatest Hits is $5. I guess I'd mispronounce his name till I actually heard somebody say it, and then I would be like, oh, that's how you say it. Other than that, I'd be like, well, Captain Pony. Captain Ponty. All right. Joanne just bid on Stevie Ray Vaughan. Joanne, this was a $55 buy it now, so congratulations. Not only have you bought this, but you got it for $3 cheaper. That's sold to Joanne Epperson for $55, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Loverboy is a $35 buy it now. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. Everything in here is half off. 50% off. Everything in here. I'll be telling you the half off price. Crosby, Stills & Nash, American Dream, $12.50. Loudon Wainwright, Unrequited. That's $7.50. Buddy Holly, For the First Time Anywhere. That's EX, $8. Jackie Lomax, we got two of them. Is That What You Want? Those are Apple Scranton presses, $12.50. Stephen Chesney wants the Men at Work. That's from earlier up in the crate. We'll go ahead and pull that for Stephen Chesney at half off. McKendree Spring Suite. That was $10. Leslie Holt wants Buddy Holly. Sold to Leslie Holt. The Adventures of Sam Spade, $7.50. This is Carl Betts in I Shall Return, a play based upon the life and works of General Douglas MacArthur. That is sealed, $12.50. Scott Smith wants McKendree Spring. That's sold to Scott Smith. Cat Stevens, Matthew and Son, $7.50. The U Crew, If You Were Mine, that is sealed, $10. Cat Stevens, that's a 180-gram remaster of Teaser and the Firecat, $12.50. Eddie Cochran, the Eddie Cochran Legend, $12.50. 24 Greatest Hits of the Rascals, great stuff too. That is $12.50. That's a 2 LP. End Over End, Scenes from a New World, that is sealed from 1986. Sealed from 1986, that is $10. Long Distance Voyager, the Moody Blues, $7.50 for Long Distance Voyager. John F. Kennedy was $10. The Presidential Years, collection of speeches. Stony Edwards, She's My Rock in shrink wrap, 1973, $15 on that. Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, EX, that's $20 for Michael Jackson. Kesha, which is called Rainbow, $12.50 on Kesha. We have Joe Tex, Live and Lively, VG plus $10. And Joe Tex, I've Got to Do a Little Bit Better, is VG plus $12.50. Philip Walker, Tough as I Want to Be, Philip Walker, $7.50. Ian Gillan Band, $12.50. Child in Time. Gary and the Pacemakers Greatest Hits, $10 on that. Howl and Win, Graham Parker, $7.50. Who Goes Smooth from 1980, $17.50. Who Goes Smooth. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, $10. The New Colony 6, Attacking a Straw Man, $12.50. The Dean Martin Songbook, Volumes 1 and 2, $10. That's a 2 LP compilation from Dean Martin, $10. The New York Rock and Roll Ensemble is $10. We also have Pete Townsend Scoop. That is sealed from 1983. Sealed copy, unopened, $20. Pete Townsend, Chinese Eyes. That's not unopened. That is just a nice copy, $7.50. Julian Lennon is $5. We have Let's Do the Swim. That's $12.50. Ian Gillan Band was $12.50. Dennis Coffey is $12.50. We have War, the Music Band, EX copy, $12.50. Arlo Guthrie Amigo, that's $10. And Kelly Gordon Defunct, $10 on that. The Tourist, Reality Effect, White Label Promo, $10. Hoover was $10. Baxter was $15. And Jay and the Americans' Greatest Hits was $5. Terry Westwood. The Julian Lennon was $5. The Rascals is sold to Terry Westwood. That's right here. That's sold to Terry Westwood. All righty. I'm going to have a drink of water again. All right. I also just asked Tanner, should we do a part 2 or just keep going? I think we're just going to keep going till 11 o'clock and keep showing half-off records and on-sale stuff. So let's do that right now. The album, it wasn't an album. The Julian Lennon was a 12-inch single. The Julian Lennon was called Valette and Let Me Be and Bebop. So yeah, I think we're just going to keep going and doing stuff until Mackenzie Spring was a Roger Dean cover. Yes. Let me go get some more half-off stuff, or let me see what else I got up over here. Sometimes we get really crazy and we do a bin of like really recent stuff at half-off, and that might be what I do right here with this bin. Let me see what else we got in here. Sometimes I do some stuff that's like really recent, and just because it's convenient, it's right next to me, and some of it I guess I could live with doing it half off. And it looks like this kind of crate right here. So this is a pretty recent crate. Let me grab this one and do everything in here half off. Some really good titles. Everything's pretty recent, clean. I'll go ahead and do that right now so I don't have to go to the back. We don't have a putback crate. I don't have a putback crate, so I don't have it ready. Do we have putbacks? Yes, for sure, for sure. Do I have the putback crate ready? No. And then what did somebody just claim? Somebody just claimed Joe Tex. I've got to be there, right? Yeah, I've got to do a little bit better. That's sold. Let's see here. All right, that is sold to Cranberry Sauce. All right, half off records. Hope you're ready. Let's do it. Feel like we sold a lot tonight. Outlaws, Lady in Waiting, $10. I'll be telling you the half off price. Outlaws, Lady in Waiting. Sonny Rollins, Nucleus, $12.50. Force MDs, Love is a House. There was a Kesha question. Kesha is a double LP. Yes, I think that's the only way it was made. Kesha, yes, 2 LP. Force MDs, Love is a House, $5. Josie Wells gets the Outlaws. Wow, Outlaw Josie Wells. And we have Brent Rabley on SR, Sonny Rollins. Everything in here is half off. Force MDs. We have Five Bridges, The Nice, featuring Keith Emerson on keyboards, $12.50. Gary Samuels on Force MDs. That's sold to Gary Samuels. Randy Newman, Sell Away. That was $10. Randy Newman, Sell Away. Joni Mitchell, Don Juan's Reckless Daughter, $15 on that. The Miracles, Don't You Love It? The Miracles is $10 in shrink wrap. Joni Mitchell, The Hissing of Summer Lawns, $10 on Joni Mitchell. Little River Band Collection, Little River Band, $7.50. Little Richard, 22 Original Hits by Little Richard, $10 on that one. Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser, just $15 on Seger now. Very clean copy. Seger, $15. Frank Sinatra, his greatest hits. New York, New York, New York, Stranger in the Night, That's Life. $7.50 on that. Michael Mofield wants the Little River Band. That's sold to Michael Mofield. Reluctant Stereotypes, The Label. That's a 1980 UK, $10. David Cordell, you were second on Little River, and John Stevens is first to Frank Sinatra. These are all half off. Sean Netzel said he will take the Kesha album. That's sold to Sean at half off, which was $12.50. That's sold to Sean. John Ambrosic wants the Bob Seger. Before that, John Stevens got Frank Sinatra, FS and BS. Boz Scaggs, his hits, $10 on Boz Scaggs' hits. Arm Lazelle put M for what? We'll find out. And remember, the Yardbirds. That's a UK pressing, $12.50. Michael Mofield wants Box. I'm sure he meant Boz for Boz Scaggs. We've got the Blues Brothers, the original soundtrack recording, $12.50. Los Lobos, How Will the Wolf Survive? $7.50. Derek Paris, first to the Yardbirds. Derek Paris, first to the Yardbirds. Bruce Hornsby, The Way It Is, $12.50. Josie Wells, first on Los Lobos. Head East, self-titled, $10 on Head East, self-titled. Graham Nash and David Crosby is $10 after the half off. Michael Mofield, you were second on Los Lobos. Nick Bargeron, third. Born to Wander, The Four Seasons, $7.50. Chris, you were first, though, on the Blues Brothers. And Michael Mofield, you were first to Head East. Half off records in here. We have the Beach Boys. This is some kind of compilation. $7.50 from Holland. Surfing Safari, Surfer Girl, 409, Little Deuce Coupe. That is $7.50. Journey by John Simon. That's a 72 white label promo in shrink wrap. $20 after the half off. John Simon Journey. Cranberry wants the Reluctant Stereotypes. That's right here. That's sold to Cranberry. John Ambrosic wants the Beach Boys. That's sold to John Ambrosic. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit. $7.50 for Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit. Boz Scaggs Moments. $10 for Boz Scaggs Moments. We've also got Mahavishnu Orchestra, Visions of the Emerald Beyond, $12.50. Johnny Cash and the Tennessee 2, Showtime. This is a VG copy on Sun Records, $5 for Johnny Cash. We have the Beatles, Youngblood, German unofficial, EX, $17.50. EX, $17.50, the Beatles, Youngblood. Kenny Loggins, Alive, 2LP Live, EX, $6. $6. Neil's first on MO, which is Mahavishnu Orchestra. David Cordell first on Johnny Cash. We have Jesse Colin Young, The Perfect Stranger. VG plus $6. That's a white label promo, Jesse Colin Young. Mark Murphy, Playing the Field. VG plus $5. 1960 mono. 1960 mono. We have The Animals with Eric Burden, In the Beginning. That's a VG copy for $6. The Animals with Eric Burden. The Turtles present The Ballad of the Bands. That's a VG plus $6.50. The back of the cover has a little water damage. VG plus $6.50. Cranberry Sauce first on Mark Murphy. The Ventures, Running Strong. VG plus $5 on The Ventures. Chuck Berry, St. Louis to Frisco to Memphis. VG plus just $10. That's a 2LP on Mercury. VG plus condition on Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, $10. Loudon Wainwright III, Attempted Mustache. That's an EX copy, $5. Michael Nath first to the Berry. That's Chuck Berry. We have this Sensuous Black Man by The Prince. VG minus $6. So earlier, R.M. Lazelle put M, and then he put ... QQ later. Being very cryptic. Let me see if I figure out what that is. He put M period earlier, then period QQ period. Maybe he's... let's see here. Wow, there's some stuff I'm passing by. I still can't believe it. I don't think I have anything with Q in it, though. Brian Ligon, first to the Ventures. And Jedit says he'll take the Sensuous Black Man. Cranberry sauce. Yep, that's right. Cranberry sauce first to Ventures, then Brian Ligon. And this is, I think, some kind of erotic, maybe don't play that around your children type of record. That's so to Jedit. And Wolves Council wants the Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's so to Wolf Council. Okay, half off records. We have Ringo Starr, Old Wave. That's VG Plus, $20 for Ringo Starr. Old Wave, Ringo Starr, $20. Flora Primum, Nothing Will Be As It Was Tomorrow, VG Plus, $5. Niles Lofgren, Grin, 1+1, VG Plus, $5. There's that Al Pacino record again. VG copy, $7.50. It's actually Jerry Jeff Walker. VG, $7.50. The Incredible String Band. The Incredible String Band is EX, $6.50. And this is recommended by the guy in the back. Paul personally recommends this record. This is the Incredible String Band. Liquid Acrobat as regards the air. And that's EX, $6.50. Cranberry sauce first on Flora Primum. That's so to cranberry sauce. And Neil is first to LSB, which is the ISB, the Incredible String Band. Paul also, let's see, Wednesday nights, he does a radio show. I don't want to quote the wrong station or time right now, so I won't say any of that. But he does a radio show on Wednesday nights in Nashville where he plays some deep cut psychedelia. I went back and re-listened to some of them. I found a lot of music that I never knew existed. One of them was the Incredible String Band. I'd heard of them, but there were some songs he played, like some deep cuts, that was really good. So the Jerry Jeff Walker is called 5 Years Gone. That's a VG copy, $7.50. The Jerry Lee Lewis Gospel album, that's a VG copy, $6. We also have It's a Beautiful Day at Carnegie Hall. That's a VG plus $5, It's a Beautiful Day. The original motion picture soundtrack to Jesus Christ Superstar. That's a VG plus, $8.50. That's a Pinckneyville Press. The booklet is water damaged. Derek Paris first to It's a Beautiful Day. Dion, Lovers Who Wander. Dion's a VG copy for $5, 62 mono. We have the Roger McGuinn Airplay Anthology. That's a 77 white label promo, now just $15. Imagine John Lennon. That's a VG copy for $7.50. And Dan Fogelberg Souvenirs. That's EX, $6.50. That was some pretty recent stuff. What's that? Okay. All right. Let's see. Todd Tipton on Johnny Cash. I think that's already been sold. There is no other Johnny Cashes in here. The Jesus Christ Superstar was $8.50. Do you have the Tommy Bolin teaser? Yes, I still have that. Michael Mofield wants the John Lennon. Let me read what's left in here one more time, because back up here in the front, there's some great stuff, and I may even do a couple bundles. So we have Five Bridges by The Nice with Keith Emerson, $12.50. Ian wants the Dion record. That's sold to Ian. We have Randy Newman, Sell Away, $10 on Randy Newman, Sell Away. Joni Mitchell, Don Juan's Reckless Daughter. That one was $15 after the half off, and this one was $10. That's 25. I'll do 20. These are near mint Joni Mitchell records if anybody wants both of those. 10 and 10. You got to take both of them. $20 for the pair. The Miracles, Don't You Love It? Don't You Love It? This is on Tamala Motown. The Miracles from 1975. That's near mint shrink wrap. $10 on the Miracles. Little Richard, 22 original hits, $10. Ian Gillan is still available, and the Tommy Bolin is still available, yes. Bruce Hornsby featuring the classic, That's Just the Way It Is. I can hear the piano intro in my head. $12.50. Jedit is first on the Miracles. That's so to Jedit. Graham Nash and David Crosby is $10 after the half off. Born to Wander, the Four Seasons, $7.50. John Simon Journey, that's a 72 white label promo. In shrink wrap, $20. Boz Scaggs Moments, that's one of his earlier albums, $10, very clean copy. Michael Mofield first to the Little Richard. We also have the Beatles Young Blood, that's EX 1750. Kenny Loggins Alive, that's EX $6. Jesse Colin Young, The Perfect Stranger, VG Plus $6. Jedit wants Bruce Hornsby and The Range. That's just the way it is. The Animals with Eric Burden, In the Beginning, VG copy $6. And the Turtles present the Battle of the Band, VG Plus $6.50. Loudon Wainwright III, Attempted Mustache, EX copy $5. Ringo Starr, Old Wave, VG Plus $20 on Ringo Starr. Niles Lofgren Grin, 1+1, VG Plus $5. Jerry Jeff Walker is VG $7.50, 5 years gone, Jerry Jeff Walker. Jerry Lee Lewis Gospel Album is VG $6. The Roger McGuinn Airplane Anthology, $15. Dan Fogelberg Souvenirs, $6.50. And Jesus Christ Superstar, $8.50. Stephanie Wood wants the Ian Gillan Band. Tag that for Chris Wood Sr. Chris Wood Sr. Chris Wood Sr. on Ian Gillan Band, which is not right here. That's in this bin. Let's see. Julian Lennon, Jay and the Americans, Baxter, Hoover, Torres, Kelly, and there it is. This is sold to Chris Wood Sr., $12.50. Walter Savage wants the Jerry Lee Lewis at half off. Those are both half off records. Animals as in The Animals. Yes, this is The Animals with Eric Burden, In the Beginning. That's a VG copy, $6. And Cranberry Sauce wants the Beatles Youngblood. That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. Okay. Kelly says she'll take it. I saw you going through any crates over here we could do, or do I need to check them, or do I need to go to the back and get some stuff? Possibly some of this would be okay. Maybe that one. That one might be half off stuff there. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, I see some good stuff. I'll see some deals if somebody's paying attention. And I see some stuff that probably should go ahead and be half off. Let me see what else we got in here. Yeah, well, that I'm passing over some stuff that normally should be pulled out. And I am pulling out a couple right there. We'll put those up for auction, though. We'll put those up for auction. Same thing for that. And that. And there is some deals in here, though. Well, we had one of those earlier I auctioned. We'll try another one. That one might even be nicer. And, yep, I've been trying to sell one of those tonight. That one's EX. I'll leave that one in there. I'll make that the first record of the night. I don't think I sold the other one for $24.99, though. Nope, it's still over here. I can't get people bought in on Crosby, Stills, and Nash like I like them, I guess. All right, so let me slide this in here. So I got more half-off stuff. I just pulled a few records out. And we got Cranberry, you were second on the Animals. Stephanie Wood wants the Tommy Bolin as well, but Clay Moore wants the Four Seasons. Four Seasons was in here, should be. That's sold to Clay Moore. Did you sell all the Led Zeppelin? Let's see. We've got box sets on sale. We've still got Led Zeppelin 3, Physical Graffiti, Coda. And there's one that's sealed in that shipping package, but I think that's Physical Graffiti too. So we got 2 copies of Led Zeppelin 2, 2 copies of Physical Graffiti, and Coda, and we got Mothership. They're all 20% off. Patty needs to put back Mothership and actually get Led Zeppelin 3. So we need to do that swap again. She said she got a little bit too excited. That's okay. So I've got you Led Zeppelin 3 sold, and we're going to put back your copy of Mothership. And now I've got to find Tommy Bolin for Stephanie Wood, for Chris Wood Sr., the Tommy Bolin teaser album. We might just need to make a note of that because it has officially been buried. It's officially been buried, but I can... Actually, I may be close. Nope, I'm not close. Yeah, it's unfortunately been buried, unless it's right. Nope, I have no idea where that is now. It's either been sold and I don't remember it, or I'm going to have to do some, where I've condensed all the stuff, I'll have to do some condensing, or I'll have to do some hunting. Okay. Now, auctions first. No takers at 35. Will anybody give $30 for the near mint copy of Loverboy Get Lucky? $30 on Loverboy Get Lucky. I'm going to put that over here with the other one. I don't think we've sold a Japanese pressing tonight, and I'm doing that because I pulled some records out of this bin for half off that are really good that I'll put up for auction, such as Van Halen and this Linda Ronstadt. So we have Van Halen Diver Down. Van Halen Diver Down looks like a very nice US copy. Original inner sleeve. Very clean, very nice. Van Halen's going to be a $25 start. Van Halen Diver Down, there's the original inner sleeve. There's the very nice jacket. That's a nice copy. Van Halen Diver Down, $25 start on that. And I'm going to do this Linda Ronstadt, which is called the Southern Belle. The Southern Belle, Linda Ronstadt, is 1977 gold vinyl from Holland. That's a $20 start. And if we could, let's grab a Physical Graffiti and Coda for Michael Nath. I'll double check the prices, make sure he wants them, and then I do have Mothership and Led Zeppelin 3 left. Yeah, I think he said, I'll take them, but let him know the prices. Coda was $189.99, just so we confirm. Coda was $189.99. 20% off is $151.99 on Coda. That's sold to Michael Nath. And then I guess that was the price originally, $174.99 on that. Or that might have been what I discounted it to one day. But either way, I'll do another 20% off that. And that makes Physical Graffiti $139.99. $139.99 on Physical Graffiti. Dan Triaga's at $25 on Van Halen. All right, let's do some half off. First record is Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu. EX copy, that will be $16.50. $16.50. Crosby, Stills & Nash, Deja Vu, EX. He says he's good on both of those. Final call on Van Halen, and final call if you want to get a bid in on Linda. Squeeze, Babylon and On, $12.50 on Squeeze. The Carpenters, Made in America, $5 on the Carpenters. These are all half-off titles, and they're great titles. Bad Luck Streak and Dancing School, Warren Zevon, VG Plus, $12.50. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. Wow, I didn't know we had any of these left over before. This is, let's see, $42.99. That would be $21.50. $21.50 on Can't Buy a Thrill with the original ABC label. Steely Dan. Jethro Tull, Benefit, VG Plus $7.50. Mel Webster wants the Steely Dan. Styx, Cornerstone, VG copy, $5. George Thorogood, Maverick, $10 on George Thorogood Maverick. Woodstock 2, we had a Japanese pressing last night. There's a very nice US pressing, $17.50 on Woodstock 2. Jerry Rafferty, Night Owl, $10. James Cohorn first to Styx, Cornerstone. Final call on Van Halen for $25. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace, $10 on Steppenwolf. We have Jesse Hood first on Woodstock 2. Final call on Van Halen at $25. Featuring Russ Freeman, The Rippingtons, Tourist in Paradise, The Rippingtons is $10. Craig is in on Van Halen at $26. Emerson, Lake and Powell. Emerson, Lake and Powell was $10. Earth, Wind and Fire, Gratitude, $15 on Earth, Wind and Fire, Gratitude. Jimmy Bowen in Shrink Wrap, $10 on Jimmy Bowen. Roger Daltrey, One of the Boys, $7.50. James Bragg first on the Jerry Rafferty, Night Owl. Jeffrey DeLong first on the Emerson, Lake and Powell. That's sold to Jeffrey DeLong. The Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line, $7.50. Neil's first on the Jimmy Bowen. That's sold to Neil. We have The Who, Magic Bus and My Generation 2 and 1, half off, just $20 for both of those. They're very nice copies too. ABC, Alphabet City, that's $10 after the half off. Dan Triaga, let me know if you're in or out on Van Halen because Craig has bid 26. Steve Miller Band Sailor, $12.50 on Steve Miller Band Sailor, $12.50. Frank Sinatra, Round Number 1, $13.50. That's a 2LP compilation. Mike Langford takes the Who 2-in-1 set. That's sold to Mike Langford. We have Huey Lewis and the News 4, $10 on Huey Lewis and the News 4. Procol Harum Live, $10 on Procol Harum. Hall & Oates, Pastimes Behind. That's a sealed copy. That would be $16.50. Sealed Hall & Oates, Pastimes Behind. Guitars and Women, Rick Derringer, $10. Michael Mofield, first on the Huey Lewis. That's sold to Michael Mofield. Gordon Lightfoot, Salute. Gordon Lightfoot is $10. Rest in peace. Paul Simon, Graceland, $15. That's a great deal on that. We have Craig second on Huey Lewis. Chris Kirkley first on the sealed Hall & Oates. Kelly Bagwell wants the Procol Harum and the Steve Miller Band. Those are sold to Kelly. Procol and Steve Miller Band. John Stevens first to the Paul Simon. And Mel Webster was second. Dan's out on Van Halen. So final call, $26 on Van Halen. Spirit, Feedback. Spirit is $10 for Feedback. We have Squeeze, East Side Story, Tempted by the Fruit of Another. Squeeze is $10. Steppenwolf, Skullduggery. Steppenwolf is a white label promo, $12.50. Laura Nero, The First Songs. Laura Nero is $10, The First Songs. Ted Nugent, Scream Dream, $7.50. Brad Faust takes Squeeze. That's sold to Brad Faust. And 24 Greatest Dumb Ditties from K-Tel. Dumb Ditties from K-Tel, $7.50. John Stevens first to Ted Nugent. Let's go ahead and sell Van Halen to Craig Ruth for $26. And if anybody wants Linda Ronstadt, The Southern Belle on gold vinyl, that's a $20 buy it now. Linda Ronstadt, The Southern Belle on gold vinyl, $20 buy it now on that. How Fitting, Stacy gets the K-Tel record. That's sold to Stacy Metternich. Rob Scheffler was second. Linda Ronstadt, Mad Love. Linda Ronstadt is $5. Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA, $5. The Secret Life of Harper's Bazaar, $7.50. James Bragg first on the Steppenwolf, Skullduggery. That's sold to James Bragg. Elton John, Victim of Love, in shrink wrap, $10. Time and Charges, The Buckingham, $7.50. In shrink wrap, original label mono, in the original baggie, and the original Sears price tag. I don't know how much more original you could get on that one. $7.50 on the Buckinghams, featuring Don't You Care. Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues, songwriter. That's a great album. $7.50. War, doing the soundtrack to Youngblood. That's a 78 USOG, $15. John Young first on the Buckinghams. That's sold to John Young. Carole King Fantasy, $7.50 on Carole King. Deep Purple. This is an 88 club, or not a club, an 88 pressing of their self-titled album. We had one of these earlier. This is only $8.50. Living in the USA, I think that was Steve Miller Band, and that's already sold. That was Steve Miller Band, Ian, and that's already sold. Rick Wakeman, The Myths and Legends of King Arthur. Somebody wrote 50 cents there on the cover. That is $10. Other than that, very nice copy with book, $10. Burt Jordan, first on the Deep Purple. Lazarus, You was second. Neil Diamond, On the Way to the Sky. Neil Diamond is $7.50. Climax Blues Band, Sense of Direction. RL Mastering, original US and shrink wrap. Climax Blues Band, $10 on that one. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, that's $8.50. Jim Nielsen, first to CBB, Climax Blues Band. That is this one right here. So no taker on Linda Ronstadt. That's $20 for the Southern Belle. I'm going to lay that right there. Ian says Back in the USA. What was Back in the USA? Back in the... Oh, that's Linda... No, that is Living in the USA. You were right the first time. You want Linda Ronstadt, right? That is sold to you for $5. Okay. There was a Steve Miller Band in there earlier as well. Okay. I've got 3 $24.99 records, and these should be instant sellers. Okay? Queen, The Game. It does have a punch hole, no condition notes, $24.99. Van Halen, near mint, no condition notes, $24.99. And Bob Seger, 7. We auctioned one earlier. Here's another one, $24.99. That's a near mint copy on the reissue label, but the one we had earlier was on Palladium. Leslie got a deal on that one. Those are all very nice, $24.99. Queen is sold to Michael Nath. Brad Faust was second. We have Craig Ruth first on Van Halen, and Michael Nath first on Bob Seger. Those are all sold. All right, $24.99. $24.99 on those. Now, here's 2 other records that are $14.99 that I pulled out of this last crate, and I was like, well, I can't do these half off, but I'll do them for $14.99. They make me, I got to do these at $14. This is a very nice copy of Kansas Leftoverture, $14.99 on Kansas Leftoverture, and Bryan Adams Into the Fire. Those are both $14.99. Those are both $14.99. Michael Nath passes on the Bob Seger, so give that to David Cordell, $24.99. Chris Kirkley was third on that. Thomas Bowman wants Linda Ronstadt, and that was $20 on that one. And Brian C., I've already pulled you Climax Blues Band, I believe. No, Jim Nielsen got that. So Climax Blues Band's already sold. Michael Mofield wants the Bryan Adams. Tanner, that one was $14.99. Randy was second. John Lill was third. And Burt Jordan wants the Kansas for $14.99. There were some flash deals. Let me see what else I got laying over here that I pulled out earlier tonight. I got one Zappa left, and we've been auctioning those. I'll do Zappa, or the London Symphony Orchestra conducts Zappa. Or I really don't know what's going on here. I guess it's Zappa with the London Symphony Orchestra. $24.99. I had $44.99 on it. We've been doing some Zappa blowouts tonight. Original inner sleeve, $24.99. The London Symphony Orchestra, Zappa Volume 1, $24.99 on that. And, of course, I still got the really nice copy of Deja Vu for $24.99. And here's truly a high-end record I still got available. We got the David Allan Coe, Nothing Sacred, for literally for adults only, as you can tell on the back. This is EX $149.99. EX $149.99. That's some wild, I cannot read the tracks on that. Okay, back to the half-off stuff. I've cleared off my loose articles all over the place over here. We have Alan Parsons Project, iRobot. This is $11 after the half off. $11, Alan Parsons Project. Pure Prairie League, Firing Up, EX copy, $7.50. This is Tim Harden, 67 mono, $11 on Tim Harden. Brian Ligon on Alan Parsons Project. Let me move my phone a little closer. The Guess Who, number 10, $7.50. Ray Charles, I'm All Yours Baby. $10 on Ray Charles, I'm All Yours Baby. Rita Coolidge, Fall Into Spring. Rita Coolidge is $5. Wireless, Positively Human, Relatively Sane is $7.50. Dean Martin, Houston is $5. Dean Martin, Houston. John Lennon, Double Fantasy, just $10 on that. The Very Thought of You, Rick Nelson, EX copy, $7.50. The New Searchers LP, that's VG Plus, $5, 65 mono. New Riders of the Purple Sage, VG Plus, $6.50. Thomas Dolby, The Flat Earth, EX copy, $7.50. The Pointer Sisters, Black and White, and Flora Primum, Carry On. That's VG Plus, $6 and EX, $6. Those are all available. John Stevens, First to Thomas Dolby. AFI, if I still have a copy, it's $16.99. I don't know if I have a copy or not. If I do, they are $16.99. John Stevens got Thomas Dolby, Chris Kirkley second, Jeff McIntosh third. Let me do a very fast run-through of these titles one more time. Everything in here is half off. We may probably, I don't know what I'll do next. I got to figure out what I'm going to do next. We'll do another buy it now. We might need to do some buy it now best offer or some really recent stuff. Or I'll grab another month or two old of half off titles. Thin out some more crates, even more so. All right, let me just run through these one more time, though. We have Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu, EX copy. That is $18. $17.50. Sorry. Some of these odd prices, I gotta do half of $15, then half of $2.99. I got to do some quick math in my head. Squeeze, Babylon and On, $12.50. The Carpenters, Made in America, $5. John Stephen wants CSNY. That's so to John Stephen. So, Squeeze and Carpenters. Warren Zevon, VG Plus, $12.50. Jethro Tull Benefit. This has teacher on it. Hey man, what's the plan? VG Plus, $7.50. George Thorogood, Maverick, $10. I Drink Alone is on there. George Thorogood's $10. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace, $10 on Steppenwolf. We have the Rippingtons, $10 on the Rippingtons. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Gratitude, $15. Roger Daltrey, One of the Boys, $7.50. The Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line, $7.50. ABC, Alphabet City, $10. And Frank Sinatra, Round Number 1, $13.50. Chad Holder said, what? All caps. That may be a, he was asking Craig Rutherford first to the Rippingtons. The CSNY, this one's $24.99. This is no condition notes on this one. Originally $34.99. Gatefold, very clean, very nice, 4-digit. That's $24.99. Cranberry Sauce wants Jethro Tull Benefit. That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. We have Rick Derringer, Guitars and Women. Rick Derringer is $10. Gordon Lightfoot, Salute. Gordon Lightfoot is $10. Spirit, Feedback. Spirit is $10. Feedback. Laura Nero, The First Songs, $10 on Laura Nero. Linda Ronstadt, Mad Love, $5. The Secret Life of Harper's Bazaar, $7.50. Elton John, Victim of Love, $10. Justin Hayward, Songwriter, $7.50. Youngblood by War, soundtrack, $15. Carole King, Fantasy, $7.50. Rick Wakeman is $10. Jody Ruffner wants the George Thorogood, so did Jody Ruffner. Neil Diamond, On the Way to the Sky, $7.50. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $8.50. Pure Prairie League, Firing Up, EX, $7.50. This is Tim Harden, 67 Mono, $11. We've got the Guess Who number 10, $7.50. Ray Charles, I'm All Yours Baby, $10. Rita Coolidge, Fall into Spring, $5. Wireless, Positively Human, Relatively Sane, $7.50. Chris Kirkley wants Squeeze, which is this one. The Rippingtons was, we'll double check, but yes, I believe it was $10. Dean Martin Houston, $5 on Dean Martin Houston. John Lennon is still available. This has Woman and Watching the Wheels and Beautiful Boy on it. Great album, $10. Rick Nelson is EX, $7.50. Rippingtons, $10. The Rippingtons was $10. The New Searchers was VG Plus, $5. Josh Ragland first to John Lennon. John Miller wants to Guess Who number 10. And we've got New Riders of the Purple Sage, VG Plus, $6.50. The Pointer Sisters, Black and White, and Flora Primum, those are EX, $6, and VG Plus, $6. All righty. Now, let me do some condensing. I'm going to put these in with these with these, and these with some of those. Might go to the back and get some stuff now. I've done a couple crates from up here. Might go to the back and get some stuff now that I've got those condensed and I've got an empty crate. Let me go do that right now. I've got a couple offers, but as I've stuck to it all night, everything is half off. And that is the best price. I've discounted a couple things because I've made some bundles. Thank you for the offers, but we've had many people try and everything is half off. Alrighty. More records. We elected not to take a break tonight to do another we elected not to take a break tonight so we could just go to probably a little after 11. So we'll go through this crate, and then I might go through those very first couple crates where I had like $19.99 records and $14.99 records, because those were great titles discounted. And then we'll see what's left, kind of clean up and clear up everything, and that's where we'll call it a night and a week. But I've got a whole nother crate here for you. So first, I feel like I see this record everywhere. It has a big ugly sticker right on the cover. I guess somebody's I don't know what happened here, but we tried to peel it off. It's really glued on there. This is called the Ray Charles Story. It's a 2 LP. It's a really nice compilation. No condition notes on it. It's on an earlier ABC label. It's manufactured for the Capitol Record Club. It's got some great tracks on it too, including What I'd Say and Hit the Road Jack and Georgia on My Mind. $1 start. And the reason I'm starting it for $1 is because I feel like I've shown it 20 times. And I know for sure it was a putback that somebody originally didn't pay for. So now we're definitely going to send it to a new home. It's near mint, except for the cover, obviously with a sticker on there. But other than that, it's nice. You could take a black Sharpie and really try to camouflage that in. I've seen people do that before. Or rip it off and Sharpie the cover. I wouldn't recommend that on any high-end record, but for that, you could. It's a great compilation. I'm going to set these aside. I think we had a couple claims while I was in the back. Cranberry Sauce wants Rick Nelson, The Very Thought of You. Let me make sure. I think Brent Rabley made an offer on that, but let me make sure he doesn't want it for sticker. Brent Rabley, I'm going to make sure you don't want that for $7.50, even though you made an offer for that and Harden. If he passes, and that's sold to Cranberry Sauce, and then Ray Charles is at 5 and at 8. All right, so half off records. We have Manfred Mann's Nightingales and Bombers, VG Plus, $6.50. Half off titles here. Santana Festival. Santana's EX, $8. He says the Monkeys Headquarters. That's a VG Plus, $5. Brent says give it the sauce. The Monkeys Headquarters, VG Plus, $5. Ray Charles is at $8. Nick Lowe, Nick the Knife. That's EX, $7.50. Michael Ruff, Once in a Lifetime. That's EX, $6. Dave Mason and Cass Elliott. That's EX, $6. We have Shout It Out. BT Express. White Label Promo, EX Condition, $10. Eric Carmen is EX, $5. ABBA, The Visitors, that is $11 after the half off. John Ambrosic on Dave Mason. Really good titles. I mean, these are pretty recent. Everything's been cleaned. If you're kind of new watching, I'll let you know if it's check condition. Otherwise, it's going to look like Bad Boy here. $15 after the half off. That's what we call EX Plus to near mint minus. Very clean, very nice records. Bad Boy, Girl on the Run is $15. Final Call on Ray Charles for $8. The Ray Charles Singers, Young Lovers in Faraway Places. That has absolutely nothing to do with Ray Charles. He does not appear on anything that says Ray Charles Singers, but that is $5. The Association is a rare 1983 U.S. comp. That is $20 after the half off. The Association, that's $20 after the half off. That's called Vintage in shrink wrap, $20 after half off. Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor. That's a Presswell press, just $7.50. $7.50 on Jack Bruce. Burt Jordan's in on Ray Charles at $9. John Denver, It's About Time. John Denver is $8.50. We've got I Remember Russ, Jerry Vale. That's $5. Brent Rabley first on JB. Jack Bruce, that's sold to Brent Rabley. Leroy Van Dyke, Country Hits. 66 mono, white label promo with a promo sticker. $7.50 on Leroy Van Dyke. So, Ray Charles is at 9. Let me see what else I can put up for maybe a dollar start auction. I like dollar start auctions. How about, well, that would be an interesting dollar start auction. I think I'll wait on that one, though. Here we go. I hate to see this left behind. This is like one of the best albums of all time. We have a VG Plus condition, original label of the Who's Next, VG Plus condition, original Decca, 71, $1 start, Baba O'Reilly, Bargain, Love Ain't For Keeping, My Wife, and This Song Is Over. And then over here on side 2, Getting in Tune, Going Mobile, Behind Blue Eyes, and We Won't Get Fooled Again. That's what you call a classic rock album. That is up for auction. $1 start. VG Plus condition. Original Decca, 71. Back to the half off bin. So we got Jack Bruce, Ray Charles 10, Who 5, Who 5, Who 10, 2, and 10. Uriah Heep, Wonder World. Uriah Heep is EX condition, $10. Working for a Living, songs by Larry Penn. That's $5. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Peter, Paul, and Mary, $6 after the half off. Warner Brothers, $6. We have When You and I Were Young, Maggie. When You and I Were Young, Maggie. Robert White and Samuel Sanders. That's $5 after the half off. We have Neil Brasher on the Larry Penn. I got out of order here. Larry Penn. That's sold to Neil Brasher, Larry Penn. There's Peter, Paul, and Mary. Love, Reel to Reel, Richmond Press, $20 after the half off. Love, Reel to Reel. There's another Love record at half off. We auctioned one earlier for half off. The Jolson Story, Memories, or actually it was a buy it now. That's $5. The Jolson Story. Babe Ruth is $8.50 on Babe Ruth. It's Everly Time, the Everly Brothers, $8.50. Live, Elvin Bishop, Raising Hell, $8.50. And Mick Jagger, She's the Boss, $7.50. When You and I Were Young. That is this one right here. That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. Cranberry Sauce also gets the Love album. And Burt Jordan's at 18 on the Who. And John Miller gets Elvin Bishop. So, final call on Ray Charles. Burt Jordan's out. The last bid I've seen on Ray Charles is with Josh Raglan for 10. Josh Raglan has Ray Charles for 10. And then the Who was 10, 10, 15, 10, 11, 16, and 18. So 18 on the Who and $10 on Ray Charles. Straub's, Deep Cut by the Straubs, $7.50. Brent Rabley's at 25 on the Who. That's a Decca pressing, by the way. Most of them you see, or a lot of them you see, are MCA reissues. That's on Decca. VG Plus condition. Santana, Caravan-Sorry, nice clean copy of that, $10. Don Nix, Hobos, Heroes, and Street Corner Clowns. Don Nix is $10. The World of Cat Stevens, that's $10 in shrink wrap. That's an import album. The World of Cat Stevens, $10. It is near mint. Ray Charles has a new bid, $12 with Michael, I mean. Neil just commented he wants Don Nix. I'm trying to get Cat back in its sleeve. Cat Stevens. Josh is out on Ray Charles. Michael has it for 12. The Who's at 26. Redbone. Redbone is, wow, $50. This one got slipped in there. This one's called Wovoka. This is the one that has Come and Get Your Love on it. $50 after the half off. 73 OG Santa Maria. That should not be in there. Maybe somebody needs it. Van Morrison, Wavelength. That is $17.50. That's in shrink wrap. $17.50. Van Morrison, Wavelength. Buddy Holly, Rave On. Buddy Holly is $10 on Rave On. An Evening with Harry Belafonte and Makiba. That's $5 for Belafonte. Minnie Riperton. Oh, this is a good one too. Minnie Riperton. $229.99. You get one chance, or I'm going to put it over here in the stuff I'm going to list on Discogs tonight, also with Redbone. So that would make that $115 and Redbone's $50. I need to put those aside. Those will be listed on our Discogs account if no one buys them tonight. Neil Brasher on Van Morrison. Wavelength, that's sold to Neil. Richard Group was second. The Who's at 28. They're still bidding on the Who. And I guess we can do a final call now on Ray Charles for 12. There's Belafonte. Sinister Attraction, Private Wars from 1989. That's $7.50. Sinister Attraction. Fantasy by Tommy Rowe. That's VG plus $5. Fantasy by Tommy Rowe. Focus, Mother. I'm pretty sure that's Focus, the name of the band. Yeah, and the name of the album's Mother Focus. So Focus, Mother Focus, EX, $8. Brent Rabley is going to take the Red Bone at half off. Good deal on that one at $50. And Ian on Belafonte. So anytime we show a Red Bone album, the question usually is, does that one have Come and Get Your Love on it? And it's only on that album, and it's very difficult to get. And it's usually about a $100 album. Tonight it was $50, and it's Brent Rabley's now. Tumbleweed Connection, Elton John. That's a VG copy for $7.50. Tumbleweed Connection. And Delaney, Bonnie, and Friends on Tour of Eric Clapton. That was a VG plus $10. And of course, that song became popular after it was on Guardians of the Galaxy. That was one of those movie effects. Like, not a lot of people probably talking about Redbone until it was on Guardians of the Galaxy. Not a lot of people talking about Kate Bush until she was on Stranger Things. They should be talked about, though, but for some reason they just under the radar. They have to be on some kind of hit show. Randy Scarborough, first on Elton John, Jeff second, Kelly third, Todd fourth. Rob Scheffler wants Focus. All right, let's go ahead and sell Ray Charles. Ray Charles is sold to Michael Mofield for $12. We have an out on The Who, and that leaves Brent Rabley at $30. That's going once, going twice on The Who. We have Chubby Checker, Beach Party. Chubby Checker is VG plus $7.50. Marshall Crenshaw, Field Day. Marshall Crenshaw is $10. We have the Ohio Express, Beg, Borrow, and Steal, $12.50. DOA, Bloodied, but Unbowed. This is $12.50. DOA picture disc. The Jacksons, Victory, EX, $15. And it has the merchandise order form with it. $15 on that. The Jacksons. Craig Thomas wants DOA. That's sold to Craig Thomas at half off. And this is the Age of Aquarius, the Fifth Dimension. This is $7.50, the Age of Aquarius. The Best of Beach Boys, Volume 2, $7.50. Best of the Beach Boys, Volume 2, $7.50. We have the Gene Pitney Story. Gene Pitney is $7.50. And Fleetwood Mac Rumors, wow, $17.50. It is the first label, and it has the lyric insert with it, which kind of doubles as a poster. Just $17.50. The cover shows a little bit of wear. Just $17.50 on that. The Minnie Riperton. You sure can. Minnie Riperton is a 1970 Pittman press. It's called Come to My Garden. The half-off price is $115. I really hope nobody buys it, honestly. Minnie Riperton, Come to My Garden. I would love for you to buy it at $115. I'd be very happy, but that's a deal. It's about a VG cover. Keith wants BB. That's the Beach Boys. Nobody on Rumors. Don't let that slip by. Elton John, Ice on Fire. $10 for Elton John, Ice on Fire. Kansas is sealed. A sealed copy of Power, unopened. Does have a little bit of a saw mark there. $15 on Kansas Power. Buddy Holly, a rock and roll collection. That's $12.50. The Moody Blues, Caught Live plus 5. The Moody Blues is $10. Elton John sold to Todd Tipton. We have Arlo Guthrie, Power of Love. Arlo Guthrie is $10. Power of Love. The Hollies, More Greatest Hits, $10. On a Carousel, Pay Back with Interest. Carrie Ann, Dear Eloise. I can't really say that unless I hear somebody say it first. The Hollies is $10. Crosby, Stills, and Nash is sealed. Allies, $17.50. That's a sealed copy. Carole King, Touch the Sky, $7.50. This is Savoy Brown, Blue Matter. Savoy Brown, $10 on that. We have two Bonnie from Delaney, Delaney and Bonnie, $10. Paul Davis, Cool Night, $10 on Paul Davis. Joey D and the Peppermint Twisters, $10 for Joey D and the Peppermint Twisters. Brian Friel, Ashes and Matchsticks, that's $5. Gordon Lightfoot Shadows, a sealed copy, sealed $15. And here's a good one, Chick Corea, Return to Forever, that's EX, $22.50. And of course, The Who, I kind of forgot about that, but that is sold to Brent Rabley for $30. The Who, Who's Next? We have The Rumors was $17.50. No condition notes on the vinyl. About a VG Plus cover. Chad, next was Neil on Return to Forever. Brent Rabley on SB, which was Savoy Brown. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Which Kansas? The name of the Kansas album was called Power, and Kansas was sealed. Sealed Power from Kansas, $15 from 1986. Next was Can I See the Fifth Dimension? You Sure Can. I feel like that was, where was that one? Was that in here? Let's see, Fifth Dimension. Do this in order since I see a lot of requests. That might have been one of the first ones we showed, right? Where is the Fifth Dimension? Is there a Fifth Dimension in here? That's why I was like, oh, right here. The Age of Aquarius. Yes, that is $7.50 on Soul City. Let the Sun Shine In and Aquarius. That's their classic, of course. Very clean, nice gatefold. That's $7.50, Jesse Hood. John Miller, you were second to the Savoy Brown. Grant Peltzer first on Gordon Lightfoot. Rich Group was second. Chad Holder said he'll take it, and that was Fleetwood Mac Rumors to Chad Holder. Do you still have the Ray Stevens Boogie Boogie album? There's no telling where that is. No telling. SB was Savoy Brown. Scott Smith was third on that. Grant Peltzer wants Kansas Power. And who asked about that? Todd Tipton. Todd, let me know if you want Kansas. If not, so did Grant Peltzer. And Jesse Hood wants the Fifth Dimension. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. If anybody wants a price, let me know if you want a price on any of the stuff that you see left in here. I'm not going to go through them all. Todd Tipton said he will take the Kansas. So that means Grant Peltzer was second. Here's what's left in here. If you need a price, let me know. They're all half off, and the half off is firm. If they're ever any cheaper, they'll either be in a flip crate or they'll be in a half off make offer. Sometimes I have a half off like they're closeouts, like they're about to go out on the sidewalk. These are just like we're trying to thin out some bins tonight. So they're half off, kind of like it's yours if you want them. Manfred Mann, these are pretty recent. I mean, this is May 17th. That was just like a month ago, less than a month ago. Manfred Mann, Nightingales and Bombers, Santana Festival, The Monkees Headquarters, Nick Lowe, Nick the Knife, Michael Ruff, BT Express, Eric Carmen, ABBA, The Visitors, Bad Boy, the Ray Charles Singers, The Association, John Denver, Jerry Vale, Leroy Van Dyke, Uriah Heep, Peter, Paul and Mary, Al Jolson, Babe Ruth, The Everly Brothers, Mick Jagger, Straubs, Santana, Buddy Holly, Cat Stevens, Sinister Attraction, Tommy Rowe, Delaney and Bonnie with Eric Clapton, Chubby Checker, Marshall Crenshaw, Ohio Express, The Jacksons, Gene Pitney, Buddy Holly, Moody Blues, Arlo Guthrie, The Hollies, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Sealed, Carole King, Near Mint, I almost said Sealed, it's Near Mint Shrink Wrap, To Delaney from Bonnie, Delaney and Bonnie, Paul Davis, The Peppermint Twist, and Brian Frell. Which Jagger was that? That was She's the Boss. Half off price is $7.50. Nick Bargeron wants EC. I think that's Eric Carmen. And he wants Rick, I believe. RIC. Let's see here. Can you confirm, Nick? I got you for EC, which I think is Eric Carmen. And then if you can, let's see here. We'll figure out what that is. Next, the Marshall Crenshaw, I believe, was $10 after the half off. Pull this out. I was going to make a bundle on a couple things here. Crenshaw. Where are you, Rick? Marshall. Marshall, that is $10 after the half off, yes. Nick wants Eric Clapton. I think he... Never mind. So he doesn't want Eric Carmen. Eric Clapton. Well, there isn't an Eric Clapton album. There's Delaney and Bonnie with Eric Clapton. That may be what Nick is after. Delaney and Bonnie and Friends on tour of Eric Clapton. If that's true, that's a VG Plus for $10, and that's so to Nick. Next was Dale Sanders asking about Crenshaw, $10. Sinister price for Joe Zanelli. The Sinister Attraction. I have a feeling that was $10, but let me find it after the half off. Sinister Attraction was $7.50. $7.50 after the half off, Joe. So Neil wants the Mini Ripperton for $115, and he would like to put back the 2 White Witch albums he claimed on Tuesday. Those were from Wayne's collection, I believe. So we can do that. Sell this to Neil for $115, and we got 2 White Witch albums being put back from Wayne's collection. There may be somebody interested. If so, we'll have to find those. There's no telling where they're at right now. They're pretty buried. We can't just put those back right now, but we will. So that's sold to Neil for $115. Michael, there's one Delaney and Bonnie left. He got the one, which Eric Clapton may play on this one too. He was like personal friends with them. I don't know if he's on this one or not though. But the one that's left is $10. That's 2 Delaney from Bonnie. Does this one have only You Know and I Know? That's their, or God Knows I Love You. That's $10 though. Okay, then that was Michael Mofield. We got Nick Bagaron's Eric Clapton with Delaney. Kelly asked about it. It's already sold. The price on the Manfred Man, that's Nightingales and Bombers, that was VG plus $650. Joe Zanelli said he'll take Sinister Attraction. Was Bush 16 Stone? Yes, Bush 16 Stone is in stock. That was the very first bin we went through. That is back in stock, Craig. Does Eric Carmen have the song Hungry Eyes on it? Eric Carmen, that should be right here. Eric Carmen does not have that track on it. No, it doesn't. Okay, price on White Witch. I have no idea because they are buried somewhere. We might just have to show those again next week in new arrivals. And Bush, I believe, was $36.99, but let me check on that. And Michael said he'll take this Delaney and Bonnie. All right, so that's what I was going to do. Let me go back to the very first part of the show now. Let me do a little bit of condensing. We got some stuff here I can condense from a crate we showed earlier. And both White Witch were $29.99. There you go. Neil knows. $29.99. I think it was White Witch self-titled, and then it was the other one that I don't see as often. There's an empty crate. That stuff we've been through already tonight. I'm going to set that over here. Is this crate been? What's here? Nope, that one has not been gone through. That one has been gone through. Here's the other one. Here's the other one that's been gone through. That's been gone through. That's been gone through. I don't know how many bins we've been through tonight. A bunch in the last 4 hours. All the vintage left is in like 3 crates. We've got to have gone through like, I feel like we've gone through a dozen crates of vintage. Let me figure out what's going on in this crate. And this will be some of the last things we go through. And then Bush. Let's see. Where's that very first crate of new vinyl we went through? Simply Red, yes. That's new stuff. That was new vintage arrivals from last night. That's new vinyl from tonight. Where's the very first crate we went through with the Bush? Is it still on the table, or have I laid it somewhere? Let's see here. Records. Oh, here it is. Yes. On top of the on-sale audio file. Bush 16 Stone is $33.99, Craig. $33.99. I was going to do a bundle on Santana, but actually, yeah, here's the other one. Let's do that. So these Santana albums were 8 and 10. Does anybody want both of these for 15? Santana, both of those. That's EX Festival. Caravanserai was near me at $10. And Bush is $33.99, sold to Craig Weatherford. I'm not going to go through this full crate. Santana is sold to Chris Kirkley, both of those for $15. Marco was second, Richard Group was third. Right in here was the $19.99 stuff. It started, yeah, right here. And it stops with Neil Young. Here's the $19.99 stuff that was left. That was, these were all not from a $19.99 crate. The Impressions, $19.99. Eric Clapton at his best, $19.99. Humble Pie Eat It with the book, $19.99. James Brown Today Disco Soul, that's 180 gram, limited edition, $19.99. 2 copies of Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry. Live Cream. Bob Dylan, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid soundtrack. Lou Reed, The Bells. Lou Reed, Growing Up in Public. Jack Bruce at his best. Steve Miller Band, Children of the Future, and Living in the USA, and Journey Through the Past, Neil Young. Those are all $19.99. This was Jeddick wants JB, which was Jack Bruce possibly. No, probably James Brown. James Brown, Jack Bruce. I have a feeling he wants James Brown. And this back part here was, let's see, I think we had some $14.99 stuff. Is this the $14.99 stuff? I believe this was the $14.99 crate. So let me start it. It was right, yeah, this was, yeah, right here starts $14.99 records. That was Alan Parsons Project, Ammonia Avenue. Stevie Wonder, Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants. Walt Disney Presents the Story of Robin Hood. The Very Best of Hank Williams, Volume 2. Clouds, Joni Mitchell. Supertramp, Brother, Where You Bound? Crosby, Stills and Nash. Bob Dylan, New Morning. That was VG Plus. Jethro Tull, Heavy Horses in Shrink Wrap, Clip Corner. 10 Years After. 10 Years After. Toto, and Minstrel in the Gallery. And I think everything else was just leftovers from half-off crates. Just wanted to go through those one more time because those are like hand-picked, really good titles. And I think that is everything. We've been live for right at 4 hours. We've been through a lot of records. It looks like what I see over here next to me, by the looks of it, it looks like we've sold a lot too. So, can you show Best of Hank Williams Jr.? There is no Best of Hank Williams Jr. That was Very Best of Hank Williams Sr., Volume 2, and it was $10. Bob Dylan, Pat Garrett, and Billy the Kid to Richard Group. Richard Group on Bob Dylan, Pat Garrett, and Billy the Kid. That was $19.99 to Richard Group. And that's it for the week. So we start on invoicing tomorrow. That's kind of an all-day thing. And then Monday, it's become an all-day thing too because we have even more customers and we have to do a lot of stuff manually now because of sales taxes. So you'll be getting invoices tomorrow and Monday. Monday night, we're having another live sale. We'll be starting a new week with new vinyl, new vintage vinyl, new auctions, new Japanese stuff. That will be all tonight, or that will be all Monday night. We've got new collections on the way. Brent Rabley, there's 2 Lou Reeds marked down from $34.99 to $19.99. Growing Up in Public and the Bells. Let me know which one you want. David Cordell said he'll take the Hank Williams. And Mel says he's not looking toward his invoice. We've sold a lot just tonight, and this was the 5th sale of the week. We didn't do 6 sales this week, so some of y'all's invoices probably won't be as heavy for those that buy every night. Brent Rabley gets Grown Up in Public, and that's $19.99. But if you bought Coins and Knives Wednesday night, like a lot of y'all did, then you already got an invoice for Coins and Knives. So we did do 6 live events this week. One of them was Coins and Knives. So, all right. I've got my Waffle House craving on, but I think I'm going to go a little bit later. They're usually busy right around this time of night, but me and Tanner's got to clean up, and I'm sure he's ready to get out of here. And if y'all need anything else, just send us a message. Or if you change your mind and want to add something to your invoice, we're going to be around here for several more hours. David Allen Coe is still available. I'll be here for at least 2 or 3 more hours. So if you're like, hey, I'll take that another copy of something for something, then let me know. But until then, we are done for the night. So thanks for everybody. How much is Cat Stevens? I hadn't shown a Cat Stevens in a while. We had a teaser in the Fire Cat that was 180 gram RTI that was $12.50. And Nick, the DAC is still available, $150. Was there any analog production stuff in the audiophile crate? Yes. Daniel, I was wondering where you're at. We had a whole crate of audiophile stuff, 20% off. Analog Productions, yeah, all kinds of audiophile stuff, 20% off. Sam Cooke, Bill Withers, Mo-Fi, Jethro Tull Analog Productions, Elvis Analog Productions, Sam Cooke Analog Productions, Sisters of Mercy, Herbie Hancock, Love. I can show you those very quickly. Boone Charles is trying to figure out where you saw a Cat Stevens record, or maybe what the title was. And I will definitely let you know a price. Here's the audiophile stuff. They're all 20% off. Sam Cooke, Night Beat, Analog Productions, Bill Withers, Mo-Fi, Jethro Tull Analog Productions, Elvis Analog Productions, Best of Sam Cooke Analog Productions, The Sisters of Mercy Floodland, these are all 20% off, Herbie Hancock, Love, Big Brother and the Holden Company, Last Copy of Randy Travis, Elvis, and Elvis. And there's several we sold out of. Definitely the Leonard Skinner stuff and some of the other analog productions. Those are all 20% off. Sam Cooke, Bill Withers, Jethro Tull, Elvis, Sam Cooke, Sisters of Mercy, Herbie Hancock, Love, Big Brother, Randy Travis, Elvis, and Elvis. And this was a picture disc, or a laser disc. $8 on that. Daniel wants the Jethro Tull. That's 20% off. That was $55. The on sale price is $55.99. That was $69.99. That's sold to Daniel Cody. $55.99. Those are all 20% off. That won't happen again for a while. I thinned it out to where I wanted it to be. Best price on David Allen Co. would be 10% off, which would make it $135. $135 on David Allen Co. That album, for some reason, is usually trashed. Alrighty. Maybe Nick will say sold. You should. It's rare, hard to find. You can't sell it on Discogs either. I think it's banned on Discogs. I think. Because it's dirty. Alrighty. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a good night. We'll see y'all back on Monday. Thanks again.